Hello, everybody. Good evening. It is I, Nova Minokawa, your fallen star rising to the top of your hearts. I am sorry about the ad break, which I feel like was longer than usual. I clicked on what I thought was pre-roll ads, but it did like a separate minute ad, and I don't know what that was about. But either way, we're back. Vampire Therapist. I have 2 more clients, I think, for the month, and maybe we're gonna have some breakthroughs for them as well. I'm very excited to see. So let's get right in it. Which is my 907. This seems right. Okay, am I too big on the screen? No, looks good. You can hear my drawing stream BGM. Not anymore. Sorry about that. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, I have to figure out if there's a way for me to not have certain audio on certain settings, but anyway, it's all good.
Looking forward to a night off, boss. I haven't heard from Eddie, so I was thinking about a nice hot bath.
Oh, that's right. So our friend Edmund Keene said he doesn't need therapy anymore. And so, will we see him today? Let's find out.
An excellent idea. A little self-care goes a long way. I do have bubble bath if you would like to borrow some.
If you guys remember, Crimson met him in a mountain? Taking a bubble bath?
Andromachos the Mighty uses bubble bath, huh? I wouldn't have guessed.
Everything sound okay? I think so.
There is only one type of human who does not like bubbles.
Who's that?
Liars?
Well, I was going to say werewolves, but I suppose it is the bath part they dislike, not the bubbles.
Oh, I see we're still racist against werewolves.
Oh, well, I ain't no liar, so I'd love some bubble bath. In fact,
Oh, yes, you're right. It was a hot tub. A much more sexy bubble bath.
Well, tarnation, I guess the bubble bath is postponed.
Oh, no. I did not like that wailing.
Are you ready to handle Edmund's distortions? It sounds as though they will be intense.
Oh boy, what happened? Did he kill
Let me think real
everybody?
quick.
Okay, let's see. We gave him personalization. Blaming, for sure. Always right, for sure. Fairness fallacy. We gave him a mind reading last time. Emotional reasoning, perhaps? I always get, like, overgeneralization and emotional reasoning. Okay, so emotional reasoning is like you feel a certain way and it's like affects reality, right? So that could be something we could do with him. It's like, right? Your emotions, you think those are true because they're your emotions. Like, I feel like you're attacking me, so you are attacking me. That's what that is. Overgeneralization is like you experience 1 or 2 things and then it's like, so it must be that way for everything. I think that's the difference. I hope I'm right. I'm gonna go with emotional reasoning though. Let's see.
I think I got it.
I suspect you have difficult work ahead tonight. I wish you the best of luck, Samuel.
Aw, I wanted that bubble bath.
Thanks, Andy. Hold on, Sammy boy, here he comes.
Woo, doggies. Oh no.
Oh, my.
Oh!
Hey, Eddie.
Oh my god! Look at him, he is the sad clown. Oh my, look at he's so lumpy. Look at him. Wait, do I have? Oh man, I don't have clown nose? Ugh. I think that's as close as we're gonna get.
Do you like my costume, Sam?
Oh no.
Well, sure. Did you come right from that production you were talking about last time?
Yes.
I flew right here after the performance. I had to tell you how it went.
Oh no.
So, how did it go?
Oh. You should have been there. You could have seen how the audience reacted. They loved me.
Oh, okay.
Hey, well, that's fantastic, Eddie. I was a little worried when I heard you coming. I wasn't expecting you tonight.
But why would you worry? You knew who I was. The great Edmund Keene. Of course the audience would love me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my dear boy. How they did laugh at the great clown Pierrot.
Well, that's amazing, Eddie. Gave that Grimaldi fellow a run for his money, huh?
Grimaldi would have never achieved as many laughs as I clearly earned.
Why is he sitting like this? He looks like a potato sack.
You don't sound too happy about it, Eddie.
Pierrot is supposed to be a tragic clown, but they laughed.
Oh.
They just laughed and laughed and laughed.
Why'd the music stop? Okay, it's just restarting.
Oh, Eddie.
I thought he was about to go Joker on me.
They laughed at my heartbreak when my wife left me for a respectable man. They laughed when I held my dying child in my arms.
Did you try fart noises?
They laughed as I succumbed to drink, damning God for not taking me.
Oh, that would be a fairness fallacy, but it's part of the play.
They laughed as I slit my own throat when 'twas no trick, for I am already dead.
Oh my god. Wait, does blood come out?
So you see, it was all very, very funny.
Eddie, I'm so sorry. That reaction sounds horrifying.
No, but of course it wasn't. I believe this role was made for me. It was made so that people could laugh at me. So laugh, my dear boy. Laugh.
Oh no. Is this fairness fallacy? Because, like, the role was made for him? Let's double check. We love to review our notes. Act like our feelings represent reality. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was, but what is this? It was made so people could laugh at me. Nope.
The
Okay.
part Edmund played is far older than he is. I do not think its writers could foresee his birth.
Okay, so it was no.
The part Edmund played is far...
No, but of course it wasn't. I believe this role was made for me. It was made...
Oh my
part
god,
Edmund played-
personalization.
Eddie, I know you're
Jesus
hurting
Christ.
right now. I know people can be cruel, but they ain't looking to be cruel to you in particular.
I'm gonna look at it up again. Personalization. Up. Things happen because of us. Okay. Out to get us. Okay. Well, when you put it like that, book, it sounds so obvious. Again, I am not a therapist for a reason.
That's one of them cognitive distortions. Personalization. It means...
Shh.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh, God.
Don't tell me a fucking thing about cognitive distortions! Do you think I don't know what they are?
I'm scared.
Do you think I do not employ each and every one, every single moment of every single day?
Oh?
I am a professional liar, but no lie is so carefully constructed as that of Edmund Keene.
Oh, no. He's McFrickin' losing it.
You told me to deal with reality as it is. So be it. This is Edmund Keene. A minstrel, a jester, a fool, a clown. A clown whose greatest joke is to pretend for even a moment that he is not one.
Oh, no.
But you see, my dear boy, all that is impressive about Edmund Kean is just illusion. It has always been an illusion. That is what the stage is, but it is my life as well.
Oh, poor guy.
Go ahead and ask me, therapist. Ask me, who is Edmund Kean?
Okay, who's Edmund Kean?
Nay, do not ask.
Oh.
I will tell you. Edmund Kean is nothing. There is no Edmund Kean. I have never met the man, or even the boy. I have known Shylock, Richard III, Hamlet, Lear, Othello, Macbeth, Romeo, Cupid.
Oh, his original role, right? It was Cupid.
But people loved all of those characters. Wherefore would they love Edmund? Edmund had to become a character as well.
Oh, this is definitely a breakthrough, but he's hitting bottom, guys.
And I have played Edmund for so long that naught lies beneath. A hollow man sits before you. As other vampires have said, what is a man anyway? A miserable pile of secrets, a mountain of pretty lies.
Oh, wow, he's cultured.
Eddie, that ain't true, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, you want to just head pat? Very well, I will do it for you. Pat, 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 with my cursor hand. There, whoa there. It's all right, boy. It's all right. It's all right. I'll tell you why. We all lie.
We all lie, Eddie. Deep down, we're all still scared animals who can't tell the difference between a booing audience and a lion ripping out our throats.
Oh, he's talking about when you're nervous and stuff like that. Or at least that's how I can relate to it.
For all the time my blood was pumping, I played a tough guy. Slaughtering Sam, they called me. I like that name. You want to know why?
What? Look at him, Hambone. You deny this man the head pats he deserves? He needs little sad head pats right now. Look at him. Look at how he's dressed.
Why?
Why?
Because it made me feel safe. Under that grizzled exterior, I was still just a scared little boy. But that little boy was me, Eddie.
You understand me? Though we have played different parts, the character underneath is the same, perhaps.
Okay, yeah, we're relating. You're his therapist. You can't be doing that. That is not true. You can, if you ask for permission, to have physical contact in a reassuring manner. If I were to ask Edmund, would it be comfortable? Would you allow me? Would you like me to give you a head pat? And he said yes. Totally ethical.
Do you remember that I played Cupid as a boy?
I just can't boink him. I wouldn't want to.
That was your breakout role, right?
I learned that if I smiled and spoke sweetly, people would view me as something other than street trash.
Riff raff, street rat.
I wouldn't have to go hungry. I wouldn't have to be sold to some bloated factory owner.
I don't buy that.
Edmund Kean was worthless to anyone. Another mouth to feed, another body to clothe. So I knew I had to make him disappear.
If they only looked closer. All right, I'm done.
I thought if I suppressed Edmund and became the character the public wanted, I would be rewarded.
That is fairness fallacy. He thought he could get some karma. Maybe use a broom. Still, I think he's rather tasty. Oh my god, love Aladdin. This is no Aladdin.
Now, that's a dark contract with the universe, Eddie. Maybe you thought it'd be fair for you to get rewarded for playing a character, but there weren't nobody running a cosmic payroll.
No, perhaps not. But I was a child. Such complexities were beyond my ken. I only knew that when I wore the nappy and quipped the audience, they thought me worthy.
Oh no. Wore the nappy.
On the contrary, the Edmund of the Rookeries was beneath contempt. A good, poor child was one who worked, or one who died. Society made that clear.
If no one clips it, maybe I'll make it into a short later.
But we gotta move past our child brains, Eddie. Thinking things are gonna be fair might push us down paths we can't escape from.
A line from Macbeth comes to mind. It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. 'Tis so for me.
Oh.
But this illusion, this character of Edmund Kean, he has brought me to such unspeakable depths.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Amasha. Way to go.
Do you know why I sought to become a vampire? Why I dwelt in dark places until the curse of immortality was given to me?
Whoa, was he seeking it? Did he knew it existed?
I became a vampire because I was afraid that my son Charles would be a more successful actor than I was. I could not let his legacy overtake mine.
Oh my god. Sir, that's cringe. Also, you had a child?
I had to be sure that I was the Kean that would be remembered.
Oh, that's terrible.
Dang, Eddie. That's a lot.
Big yikes.
Yes, I have been monstrous. I needed to be the most beloved. I needed my every demand fulfilled. I had my own pet lion.
Whoa.
I rode my horse indoors. I flew into a rage if anyone denied me sexual gratification.
Whoa. Ew. My brother. Just gonna be over here.
As an immortal, my fears have made me even more terrible. How many promising young actors I have killed because I felt they threatened my legacy.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god.
So many lives cut short because I, and I alone, know what acting must be.
Always right. But I think he knows he's falling into this fallacy, but we'll see.
But you know that ain't true, don't you?
Oh, see?
You can't know everything about acting.
Sam knows. Sam, self-awareness breakthrough. Let's go. But also, ew.
Acting is all about the human experience, right? You said it yourself. You're one man with one set of experiences. You can't represent all of human experience on your own.
Of course I knew that. And that is why I had to kill them. They threatened Edmund Kean, and for that, they had to die.
Oh my god.
I could not face the idea that they would bring something to the stage that I could not. Indeed, the very reason I am wearing these clothes is because I could not bear the idea that Grimaldi brought something to the stage that I could not. Do you see how pathetic I am? I am battling a man who has been dead for almost 200 years.
Yeah, that is pretty pathetic. But hey, breakthrough.
The audience was right. I am a most laughable creature. I know what they are thinking, what they have always thought. Look at the fool actor. Look how he debases himself by begging for our approval.
That, which is not on our bar, is easily mind reading.
The important thing here is accept things as they are, compadre.
I cannot accept things as they are, my dear boy. How can I? How can I accept that I have forced everyone around me to confirm my lie of an existence?
Well,
How can I accept the people I defiled to satisfy my ego? The son I was relieved to see die? The blood I have spilled to sustain my legacy?
oh, damn.
The lie is all I have, and all I know. I have done such evil to protect it.
Okay.
So much is my poverty of spirit, so mighty, and yet with so many defects, in the vapor of my own glory smothered. No, my dear boy, what is done cannot be now amended. The child Edmund is buried, and this grim-visaged, wretched creature is all that remains.
That's... Oh, so is this your new persona?
Eddie, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You've done some truly awful stuff. And fear doesn't excuse the dastardly deeds you done.
Certainly not, but...
The shit you done ain't never going away.
Oh, this is very reflective on Sam's sort of POV.
Yes, go on, kick me, jeer, laugh at the vicious clown, tell him what a fool he is.
You ain't gonna play pity tricks on me or yourself. You acted like a lily-livered sumbitch, Eddie.
Some bitch. Very nice.
I know that, because I've done some awful shit too. Because of my fear, I hurt scores of folks. Some strangers, some near and dear.
Yep, there it is. There it is. dare I say, foil? I don't know. Perhaps not.
And because of my fear, I pushed all that stuff down deep where no one could see it, just like you. I was too afraid to face myself. Once I didn't have a choice but to take a good look at myself, my first thought was that I deserved to go meet the sunrise, because I'm a coward too. But there's something else we've got in common in addition to acting like yellow bellies, Eddie. You know what it is?
What is it?
What is it?
We got time, Eddie. We got time to become new people.
What is it? Yeah. Hey, has anybody watched The Good Place? This is like the thesis right here.
We've got time to look at ourselves honestly and say, yeah, I've been a coward, but I ain't gonna be a coward any longer.
Yes. Yes, Sam.
So what'll it be, Eddie? You're gonna live forever. Will you do it as a coward or as a man?
Oh, that means a lot from a cowboy. Not to uncut this message, but what is it?
I don't know how to be a man.
Oh my god. It's a good voice acting right there. I don't know how to be a man.
So you're giving up then?
Has all the time in the world, still remains a cowboy. Hey, cowboy's a lifestyle. He can't help being a vampire. Cowboy's who he is. Deep down. There's nothing wrong with being a cowboy. This thing, though, I don't know.
No, I cannot maintain the facade any longer. I am revealed to myself. But Sam, I never learned to be a person. I stopped being real at 8 years old.
Oh, that's pretty insightful to know that about yourself.
Blood! Why did my fellow actors coddle me so? Why did they let me become a monster? They could have said no, but they did not.
Thank you, Hambone, for joining me briefly. I hope you have a great rest of the night. Blaming.
Eddie, you gotta own your choices. Yeah, maybe they could have given you more discipline, but they didn't make you do them things you did. It's time to own up. If you're really gonna stop lying to yourself, it starts right here.
Right here. Right now.
What's assigning blame to a bunch of dead folks gonna do for you anyway?
True.
But it was at least in part their fault. Who lets a child make the demands I made?
Yeah, he could have been pretty spoiled.
We ain't focusing on the people who gave in to a kid who was too big for his britches. We're focusing on you.
Oh, yes. The man. Today, the clown.
You did some real awful things. You killed people for criticizing you or for showing talent. You resented your son's success. These are things you gotta take in.
But how can I put such things behind me?
Ooh.
You don't. You've gotta accept the things you've done as part of who you are. You ain't gonna erase the last 200 some years, but maybe you can use them to make a better Edmund going forward.
Yes. Make the OC Edmund you want to be. The better one.
How? How do I introduce myself as a demanding megalomaniac? How do I introduce myself as a man who was relieved to see his own son die? How do I introduce myself as a man who demanded the entire world get on their knees to satisfy his ego?
Whoa, he really revealed himself to himself.
Well, I wouldn't exactly lead with that stuff. How about you introduce yourself as a man who's figuring himself out?
Good. Good compromise, good strategy.
I suppose that is a possibility. At the least, it is not unexpected for me to be so disarrayed. It is known that we actors are all by nature an insecure people.
Okay. It is known that we actors are all by nature an insecure people. That feels like labeling, but we don't have that. This is... Oh, God. Why don't I have better memory? The things happen because of us. I don't think that's it. Is it blaming actors as a whole? Nope.
I believe
Okay, I wasn't
Edmund is
emotional
using his-
reasoning.
At the least it...
No, Eddie.
It was
You're
blaming.
overgeneralizing. Painting all actors with a broad brush so it makes you look better.
Okay, so blaming and overgeneralization both would have worked here. So blaming. Okay.
You're blaming your profession, and that's a damn
Oh,
cop-out.
there we go.
Yeah, there are some real fatty arbuckles out there. Actors who carve a path of destruction.
I'm glad that they capitalize it so they know these are the concepts here.
But there are plenty of stage folk out there who lead humble lives, loving their craft without hurting other people. So I'll thank you not to hide behind bad actors.
Bad actors. Now that is funny. Perhaps I need to find an identity beyond the stage. It protected me in my youth, but I do not think that it serves me any longer.
Yeah. You could be a train guy. You could collect trains.
That might be worth exploring, Eddie.
But what if I am nothing without the stage? What if I seek other endeavors, but there are none for me? The theater is all I know. It has been my protector all this time. Without it, I am helpless as a swaddling babe.
Perhaps this is like, what is it? The thing where you don't accept, compliments. What is that called? What is it? What is it? Disqualifying the positive. I don't know why it wasn't coming to me.
However helpless you might feel, Eddie, remember that's just how you feel right now. That's the amazing thing about being undead. We got lots of time to make a better tomorrow. My mentor, Andy, he says that at 200 years old, we're basically toddlers by vampire standards. And we both got a lot of growing up to do.
How old is he? He's not that much. Is he around my age? I forget. Clients. Edmund is... Oh, he's 237. Okay. Yes. He's your baby. A murderous, lecherous, selfish, narcissistic baby.
That is a heartening thought.
If we're doing life right, Eddie, we're always growing up. The trick is not to think we're done growing.
Dad! I'll go to therapy later.
Spoken like the bard himself. As he said, all the world's a stage, and I am barely past mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. I should be of a more mature mind, shouldn't I? Surely 237 years is old enough to be out of nappies.
Should statement. We don't have it.
We got time to grow, Eddie. Let's just be glad you're a 200-year-old baby and not a 2,000-year-old baby, huh? We'd be having a real different conversation then.
What outburst? I don't know what you're talking about.
But growth to me seems nigh impossible. I have allowed my fear to guide my every sad-gutted action. My fear told me when I was threatened, which was always.
Always right, huh? Sorry, which was always, didn't say always right. I don't think it's always right. I think it's emotional reasoning.
So maybe this is a good chance to recognize that your feelings don't always reflect reality. Intuition and experience are real things, but your being scared doesn't mean the world's automatically scary. You're a vampire now, Eddie. You can handle yourself and take things as they are, not what your gut's telling you they are.
You speak truly. I projected my fear into existence. Oft did I bring lies to life. It has not helped me.
Very insightful, Edmund.
This is what I mean, Eddie. You're always in defensive mode, ready for someone to take you down. That ain't no way to live. When you're afraid of some young actor coming up and making a name for themselves, what's so scary about that anyway?
I'm afraid they will erase me. I will be just another child of the rookeries, used and discarded, of no value to anyone. No history, no legacy, no record of my existence.
Aww. Wow, I got this one wrong. He's got a lot of disqualifying the positive about himself. I'm not sure if that's this here, but it could be. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Perhaps my time has passed anyway. There was a time when the stage awaited Edmund Keene, but my death was the end of that time.
That would be fairness fallacy, because he says his time has passed. That's kind of fate-like, right? Fairness fallacy? Ah,
Do not believe the
fudge.
stage waits for anyone, Samuel.
Blood and darkness.
Perhaps my time has passed anyway. There was a time when the stage awaited Edmund Keene, but my death was the end of that time.
Shut up, Andy!
Perhaps my time.
I do not believe this stage.
Perhaps my time.
I do not believe this stage.
Okay, we got some real
First
work to
try.
do still. Here's the thing, Eddie. The stage wasn't waiting for you. Theater wasn't waiting for Edmund Keene to show up, and it wasn't waiting for you to die. You're used to making things about you, but the glorious, wonderful truth is, they ain't.
I know that one of the devs watches my videos sometimes. I wonder, and comment in the video in the comments if you do think this. I've got this fear that they like see me get it wrong so many times that they're like, have you been paying attention at all? And what I have to say to that is that I have a terrible memory and I can rationalize anything to be a part of these fallacies.
And I got some real good news for you, hombre. You're dead. The pressure's off.
You're dead, and out of this world.
All them fears are keeping you locked in time, and you can stay there as long as you like, or you can make some progress. What's it gonna be?
I am too much of a coward to die, so I suppose I must live.
This statement kind of goes hard.
I'm glad to hear that.
I believe I should go away somewhere cold and dark, where I might be alone with my thoughts.
Okay, but not for too long.
I think that's a great idea. I do the same thing, and it changed my life. Oh, well, my unlife.
I suppose all's well that ends well. I only hope it does.
I got faith in you. As long as we're putting one foot in front of the other, that's progress.
To be fair, some of the distortions were literally presented as more specific versions of other ones. Thank you, Mordio. That's comforting, I suppose. Despite how terribly wrong I've gotten a lot of these.
I shall see you in a month then.
Yes, let's keep our date, Eddie.
You got it, Eddie. Take care of yourself. We'll get you out of that mewling and puking stage before you know it, okay?
So it shall be. Very well. Exit Edmund Keene. Stage left.
Bravo, Samuel. I was taking notes.
Edmund
It seems
realized
the
the
student
dark
has
truth.
become the master.
Only a master of fumbling around. I knew I was taking a risk there.
You were, but perhaps such risks are justified with such an extreme personality. He attempted to gaslight you, but you held fast and challenged him, sternly but fairly.
He's talking about our first session, so perhaps this is the end. I don't know.
You have a gentle nature. That must have been difficult.
And he called me a master, so another point.
I didn't want to drive him off the edge. I just saw him close to making a breakthrough, and I didn't want him to start sinking again.
Well, you can now count yourself among a very small number of therapists who have made a breakthrough with such a one. I do not count myself among them.
And you let me handle Edmund?
I had faith in you, Samuel. You affirmed it magnificently.
Yay!
Now, please, go downstairs and find a friendly neck. You deserve it.
A drink sounds mighty nice right about now. You have a good night, Andy.
Rest in peace, Samuel.
Rest in peace, my dear friend.
Ah, dear friend.
Dang, I'm a little shaken up after that one. I've never seen a man as afraid as Edmund Keene. That was tough to watch. I'm sure Crimson can lift my mood.
Oh, you know what? I'm just noticing. This silhouette right here is the couple.
Howdy, Crimson.
Had a crimson.
What's the matter, cowboy? You look a little paler than usual.
Oh, just had a real tough session. Watched a man who'd been wearing a mask for 200 years finally take it off, and it weren't pretty.
Not as pale as Edmund. He had literally white makeup on him.
Had to happen, though. The fella's got a long road ahead of him, but at least he's taking his first steps.
Think this'll do the trick then? I call this a bloody cowboy martini. Shaken, not stirred.
Did it come from another cowboy?
I'm proud of you, Sam. Starting over is hard, especially when you've been spinning your wheels for a long time.
Well, that's the nice thing about being a vampire. We got time to start over.
Cheers to that.
To rebirth.
Oh,
It seems you walk ever in the path of the Lord, my son.
Wait. Did we say that this was also Matt Mercer? Because it did sound a little bit like him.
Oh, hey, Kieran.
Kieran?
I did not mean to intrude. I noted your discomfort and wish to offer you succor in the kink room.
Yeah. He's got like that Irish accent that Matt kind of puts on every now and then.
You mind, Crimson?
Not at all. Go drink your fill, cowboy.
Come, my son.
I wanted to see the bloody cowboy or martini, though.
Now then, I heard you speak of rebirth.
Yeah, it's something we vampires have to do a lot of. I was just worried about one of my clients having trouble with their rebirth.
I know it is painful, my son. When we are born again, we leave a part of ourselves behind. Like the lizard who sloughs its dead skin, or the mortal who journeys into the mosh pit. We emerge purer than before.
Has anybody been in a mosh pit before? I hear that they're somewhat wholesome, in that like if you fall, everybody stops for you. But I've also heard stories of people bumping into glass and getting cut. I think that was like on a Dropout episode or something.
Sounds like you've got a lot of perspective on this stuff, Kieran.
I know you must have questions, my son. Please, ask.
Ask. Can we truly start over?
From your spiritual perspective, can we ever truly start over?
My son, you know the answer already. We beings of flesh and blood are also beings of judgment. However, we do not stand in judgment of mortals, but of ourselves.
And the government.
If you believe you have defeated your demons, then you have.
Yeah, that's true. Reminds me a lot of should statements. And defeating demons is pretty badass, ain't it?
I feel safe.
Yes, it is the demons who should fear us, my son. Did you have more questions?
Do we reject ourselves if we are reborn?
Ain't being reborn just rejecting who we were? I wasn't a good guy, Kieran, but I don't want to erase my dark days.
My son, only in Christ do we truly receive absolution and become beings of pure light.
Okay.
Our darkness defines us. We cannot reject it, just as we cannot reject the Almighty. It is part of us. But do not be shamed by it, my son. Your darkness is beautiful and unique, as is your journey through the darkness.
Kinda sounds like disqualifying the positive to me.
Actually, it's liner notes from a metal album I'm fond of.
I wonder if that's real. It probably is. They have a lot of references in this game.
Did you have more questions to ask?
When is it time to start over?
From your spiritual perspective, how do we know when it's time for a rebirth?
An hour, a week, a year, a millennium.
I feel like you could say something very poignant with, you should move a plant if it's root bound no matter what season. I don't know, that probably could be woven into something insightful. Someone work on it.
The answer, my son, is when we are ready. Only the Lord decides when that is. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away, and all is according to his will.
Well, that sounds like a control fallacy, though. We can't let someone else make our decisions for us.
Me needing to avoiding reporting an office plant.
My son, all your trials, the world you live in, they are all his work.
Okay.
He leads you to the truth. When he has prepared you fully, you will accept it.
Repotting!
And join him along with the dearly departed gods of metal.
Okay, I am sorry. I probably should have known that was repotting, but then I feel like I heard you say something about office plants, and then... Oh, wait, you did say office plants. So I was like, reporting them... I don't know. It could have been something. Yeah, oh god, repotting plants is scary. Like, especially making sure the roots are unbound. You kind of like have to scrape all the dirt, and it's always fearful to like breaking the roots and stuff. Anyway, sorry, back to the game.
Did you have more questions for me, my son?
No.
Why ain't your lord the fire and brimstone type that's marked my kind for centuries?
The Lord did not do these things. That is the work of man. Even they work through him, and face their own dark journeys. But eventually, we will all be blessed and return to his bosom to rock for all eternity. It is not for man to judge.
Okay.
Well, I've got a lady who would love to meet you. I think a few men of the cloth did her dirty.
Oh, Medi?
Men will ever seek power. But I know some simply seek blood. Are you ready to receive succor, my son?
I wish you wouldn't say it like that, but okay.
Yeah, but I really wish you'd stop calling it that.
Oh my god. Sam is my man. Oh my god. Thank you, Sam. You are my self-insert for sure. Oh boy. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up.
That is enlightening.
Ah! Sam! You're my self-insert except for that.
There. May you be sustained and fulfilled. May you shepherd your lost sheep as I shepherd the children of the night.
My face doesn't have that much movement, but I'm trying my best to put on the face.
You're a one-of-a-kind dude, Kieran. But thanks for the drink and the talk. You have a fine night.
Godspeed, my son.
Medi time!
Good evening, Samuel. You are seeing your ancient client tonight, are you not?
Yeah, that's right. I hope she's doing okay. I'm worried about her and that whole algorithm thing.
Oh yes. Andy, tell me what your sources have said about the algorithm.
I had a little consultation with some other elder vampires. We have developed a theory, though I hope we are wrong.
Go on.
We believe the algorithm is a demon, known to few, named Raziel. Even I have only ever heard whispers of his name.
Raziel. I'm sure that is biblical. Let's look it up. Raziel. Raziel angel. Known as Gallister, is an angel within the teachings of Jewish mysticism who is the angel of secrets and the angel of mysteries. He is also called keeper of all magic. He is one of the angels associated with the Sephiroth, blah, 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 blah. Revealer of the rock, ruling prince of the second heaven. What else does it say? Can't read this fast enough, but okay, that gives me a baseline at least. Where am I? Where'd you guys go? Okay, add in 12 minutes. All right, we can we'll be fine.
In mythology, he is a fallen angel, believed to have recorded every action, every change of state for all things on this earth into a great book.
Oh, I wasted a Google search.
This book of knowledge he shared with the first mortals. But mortals were not designed to process so much information at once. They made judgments and reinforced behavior based on information they could not understand.
Sure, I'll incorporate that into my belief system.
Raziel watched as the mortals inevitably used the book to suppress free will, and he was cast down for his terrible mistake.
Oh, yeah.
We believe that Raziel has returned. Perhaps he believes that with computers, he can attempt to pass infinite knowledge to humanity once more.
That is really interesting, actually. I kind of like that theory here.
Terrible things will happen if this comes to pass. I would urge great caution, Samuel. Find out what you can about this algorithm. We may have dark work to do.
Whoa.
What the hell? Fallen angels? Ancient books of knowledge? What the heck have I walked into? We don't have this kind of shit in America.
I am old enough to be mythological myself, Samuel. Myth often contains truth. The important question is how much.
Yeah.
We do not know what effect he may have had on Medi. But do not worry. Show her the same compassion you show all your clients, and that will open any doors that can open.
We're gonna beat this fallen angel with therapy, guys. We're gonna be insightful. We're gonna be mindful. We're going to be demure.
All right, I better prepare for this one. It sounds like it might be a doozy.
Okie dokie. I think she could be catastrophizing for sure. I think she still has should statements. Mind reading, perhaps. And personalization. Damn it, what was the difference between overgenerate? Yes, no, we're gonna use that. See, my first thought is that the algorithm would be an artificial outer god accidentally created by humanity, but I like this fallen angel angle. Yeah, me too. I think within the context of this setting, that's really interesting and lines up pretty well. Maddie, how are you,
Greetings,
babe?
little nice.
Oh, she's a little somber opening.
Howdy, Mitty. It's good to see you. How you feeling tonight?
Not well, sweetling. Not well at all.
It's like almost her voice has dropped an octave or something.
Oh no, what's going on? I know you were feeling all stressed about your numbers on that glitch site.
They doxed me.
Oh
Do you know what doxing is, my whiskery friend? It's when mortals find out where you live, where you sleep, so they can hurt you.
Oh no, that's terrible.
A group of vampire hunters came looking for me. They were really mean, but they're all dead now. I'm much happier. But it was very inconvenient.
Oh man, that really sucks. Now, I'm wondering, it's possible she could have thought they were vampire hunters and they weren't actually. She could have been in this like very afraid defensive state. We will see what happens, but she said she was doxxed, and that's terrible. Yeah, that's scary. Vampire or no, for sure.
Now I have to move, and it is very difficult to set up my lighting to make me look alive.
Dang, Mitty, I'm so sorry. That sounds awful.
It's worse. I will not be able to use my computer for a week. How am I going to upload my content? My fans and zealots are all so impatient. They're sure to leave me if I don't provide them with their content.
I'm gonna say that's catastrophizing.
So, how many of these followers and zealots have you got, Mitty?
Perhaps 2 million zealots and 90 million followers on Glitch.
And how many of them do you think you'll actually lose if you don't upload lots of content?
The algorithm has already told me that I will lose millions of followers.
Millions? Ugh. You know what Instagram was telling me a few years ago? It was like posting 3 times a day. And I was like, there's no way in hell I can do that. Maybe 3 times a week. It's like short-term, quick video. Oh my God. Could you believe? I don't know if it's like that right now. I don't know what the algorithm is supposed to be telling me to do right now. But I just do what I can.
So let's go ahead and listen to the algorithm. If you lose millions of followers, it ain't anywhere near 90 million. It's doing a bit of overgeneralization and catastrophizing to think they're all gonna leave you high and dry.
Look, both of these were on my bar.
Heck, maybe the folks who stay are the ones what you can really count on.
What you can really count on what?
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 Oh my God. Wait, one more time.
What?
What?
Oh my God. Wait, another.
What?
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 All right. What?
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 Nah, never mind.
Oh, never mind.
You said what?
What?
I was trying to say that the people who don't mind you not uploading so much might be better folk to keep around.
It's not up to me, little mice. It's not up to them either. Even the little bloodbags who love me won't get to see me if I don't provide them content.
I don't get it. Why wouldn't they see it? Is the mailman or whatever not delivering your messages?
Oh, they'll stop showing you over and over.
You're very funny. No, the algorithm decides who sees my content. If I give it content, it will make people like me more. If I stop feeding it, it shuns me.
She's not wrong.
Mitty, I gotta say, that doesn't sound like a healthy relationship.
Oh, no, it's my friend, I should think. As long as I keep producing content for it, it draws the juicy mortals to me.
How many mortals do you need, though, really?
Well, if I'm to feel safe, I should like to have more of them always.
It's glowing red. What would this be? Should like to have more of them always. I don't know. Cognitive distortions. Control fallacy, perhaps. All right, we're going to go with that in my mind.
I gain more followers and zealots every month. I need them. One of them has agreed to let me eat him and I'll take over his flat. They're quite useful.
Oh, no. That kind of eating, or, like different eating?
Well, let me ask you something. Do you actually like any of these followers or zealots? Or are they all just food or servants?
Oh, fruit and servants.
What a silly question, little mouse. Of course I don't like them. I always know what they're like. You forget how old I really am.
I'm gonna say overgeneralization, your main one.
Oh, now I gotta challenge you on that, miss. I know you got a lot of followers and zealots or whatever they're called, but that don't mean you know all of them. Now, I'm sure you know a lot about mortals on them websites you're using, but that ain't all mortals, and all mortals ain't them.
It's not just them, though. I told you about how they killed me. About how they plucked my eye out.
Are you gonna take your eyeball out?
Pop!
Yep. Called it.
I'm saying, can you know that you're always right about mortals?
Always right.
I wouldn't like to prove that I am.
But these mortals, you're talking to them every day. You got all these folks at your beck and call. They're the people you talk to.
That's right.
But you don't have a real relationship with any of them?
Why would I want to have a relationship with my food? You really are quite a silly whiskers.
Mitty, I'm saying the only relationships you've got are with what you're calling your food.
Could have a vampire friend.
But that's what they are. They're food. Delicious, delicious food. Food that sometimes does heavy lifting and computer work, but still, food.
Disqualifying the positive, which is not on my bar.
Mitty, it sounds like you're in a bit of a codependent relationship with your food. And maybe with this algorithm fella.
Oh, but it's not a fellow. And it's not a lady either.
So it's non-binary?
Look at Sam, knowing what non-binary is. Doesn't know how to send an email. But he's an ally. Just kidding, he's gay. He's queer, sorry. Queer, general umbrella term.
No, it claims that it is entirely binary.
Ha.
All ones and zeros.
Ha.
Does speak very strangely sometimes.
I don't have a good laugh track. I should add that.
Well, whatever they are, seems like as soon as they showed up, you stopped having any real friends.
I wouldn't have time for friends anyway. The algorithm says that I should always provide content to my community, and that takes all night.
Should statement.
So why do you think the algorithm has that should?
It just knows. It knows everything.
Well, let's say that it does know everything. Why does that mean that we should let it tell us what to do?
I don't know.
Can it know everything and still make mistakes?
No, I don't think so.
That I do not know.
That's what I'm trying to say. But here's the thing, this algorithm, it might have all the information, but that doesn't mean it's got all the answers.
That's true. It's just like AI summary. It has the information but doesn't get it right somehow.
You don't know it like I do. Do you know what I really like about the algorithm, little mice?
What?
Unlike the ancient gods the old clans used to worship, or the Abrahamic gods that came after, it treats us equally.
Oh, this feels like some kind of fair fallacy thing, but I don't have that, so it doesn't matter.
If we provide content, we will be rewarded.
Oh, 100%. That would have been it.
Let's talk about these rewards. You say it rewards you with more immortal souls, right?
Highly engaged mortal souls, ready to serve me, should I need them.
Serve.
But you said you had souls already back in the pre-social media days, right? And you didn't need 90 million of them.
That's true, but it does make me feel quite special when the number goes up.
Oh my gosh, so true. Number go up. Yay!
Is that number going up good for you, though? Not just the stress of managing all them folks, but drawing the attention of vampire hunters. Would you be doing any of this stuff if the algorithm wasn't demanding it?
Did ask me to play a game that I did not like very much the other night, and I pretended to enjoy it.
What game, Maddie?
It's called Coal of Nationalism. It's all about men who are proud to be angry, which I find very upsetting.
No. Is that real? Hold on. Or is that just like, I don't know. I don't see anything immediately, so maybe it is. Maybe it's like a fake game. I don't know. Please be not real. Spoof on Call of Duty. Okay. That makes sense. Nationalism just, I don't know. It feels like a political campaign. It felt a little more off than Call of Duty, so I didn't peg it immediately.
See, that's just what I'm talking about. What about what you want? Did you get to that knitting you wanted to do?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
No. I had to play the terrible game about insecure manworms.
Manworms. Had to... No, it's not a should statement. What is this then? I don't know.
I don't know what to
fudge.
do. I know that I spend too much time on the internet.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. I lost track of time. I'm usually looking at OBS rather than Twitch, which has the ad roll thing. Maybe I can get that on my OBS? I'm not sure. Anyway, we should be out of ads and we can continue. I believe I have everything on. Yes. Okay, great.
But I can't live the life I used to live. I would live out in the wilds again, but there are no wilds any longer.
She just wants to go back to nature.
I walk the streets. City folks stare because they sense my true nature.
Mind reading. Nah, people dumb as hell.
Many of them mortals have got a ton of things on their minds. Most likely, they ain't too concerned about whatever you are. They ain't your zealots or followers, they're just regular mortals. You can't read their minds, and you can't assume they're only thinking about you. Unless you can read minds.
Again, sounds like some vampires can do that.
You raise an excellent point for a cute little whisker face. No, I can't read their minds. Cannot imagine how a mortal must think. Oh, very silly job. Oh, politics. Oh, grim spectre of death. I must drink alcohol in order to have sex. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Doom-de-doom-de-doom.
Well, you ain't too far off.
The experiences I've had with mortals have not been happy ones. My pink-nosed, scrabbly-clawed, long-tailed friend.
Alright, we said we could do mouse. Let's back off a little here.
Well, these mouse descriptions are getting kind of long.
You just don't understand what a mouse you are.
Squeak, squeak.
It's the mortal's fault I must lock myself
Blaming.
away in my flat. It's the mortal's fault that I have to use the internet to survive.
Blaming, but we don't have that on our bar, so what are we doing instead? What is blaming a subset of? Ba-ba-ba. It could be overgeneralization, perhaps? No?
Maddie has had some part to play in the life she leads, whether she recognizes it or not.
Right.
It's the
That would be
mortal's fault
blaming,
I must lock myself
but-
away in my flat. It's the mortal's fault that I have to use the internet to survive.
Personalization. No? Okay.
It's the mortal's fault I must look myself in the mirror and reflect. It's the
Catastrophizing.
mortal's fault that I have to use the internet
Maybe?
to survive.
Medi, you're acting more
Oh
helpless
my
than
God.
you are. You're 1,800 years old. You gotta know there's a heck of a lot of ways to solve a problem, but you're predicting doom based on that perceived lack of control. I mean, heck, at your age, you're probably a billionaire, right?
I do wonder how much money she has. But she also has no bank account, probably, I would bet.
Maybe. I think so. Probably. I don't like to deal with money.
Medi, there are immortal billionaires who live in bunkers and do depraved shit even we vampires couldn't imagine.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I reckon you could spend a few bucks to be left alone.
Yes, use your money.
But also, you're spending a lot of time on mortals you don't like.
Would you be very fond of mortals who did this to you?
Well, no, I wouldn't. And I didn't say you should. But you gotta admit, you're giving a lot of time and energy to people you don't like.
It's true.
You're resenting them, and I can't blame you.
Of course I resent them. They're all quite awful. Any one of them would hurt me if given the chance.
That could be overgeneralization, right? I mean, that also seems like catastrophizing. I think both of these are kind of linked.
Medi, I gotta say, that's some Nosferatu thinking.
Oh,
You've been around a lot longer than me. Long enough to know there's almost nothing that's all good or all bad. I know we both spend a lot of time in nature, and nature has a good way of disavowing us of our more extreme beliefs and overgeneralizations.
There's our second one.
I suppose that's true. I once saw a wolf and a deer having a romantic relationship. Well, at least there was quite a lot of licking involved.
Have I seen a video similar to this?
Oh, I didn't see nothing like that, but maybe I would have if I'd stayed in the wilderness longer.
I feel like there was like a viral video going around of something like that happening.
Let me ask you a question. If you're thinking all these followers of yours are a certain way, what if you're at?
Very frustrating, Silly Whiskers. You keep telling me that I'm doing cognitive distortions, and then you say they're correct.
Hypothetically.
Well, I'm just wondering about these mortals the algorithm sends your way. What does it say about you that makes them check you out in the first place?
Interesting thought. Let's go on this.
Well, I suppose it shows them that I'm pretty, and that I play video games they like. And they might get to see my body parts.
Her breasts and vulva.
Do they know that you're clever and funny? Do they know that you've got more life experience than they could ever reckon?
There's no time to talk about that kind of thing, Silly. They scroll past streamers very quickly.
If anybody's watching me right now, here's your signal to stop what you're doing and watch me. Watch me do this. Entertaining you.
I have less than a second to make an impression. That's what the algorithm tells me.
So you got all these millions of mortals following you because you're easy on the eyes and like some of the same video games they like?
More like easy on the eye.
Put that away, Medi.
Okay, I get it. But the point is, if the algorithm is sending mortals your way based on good looks and some video games, you ain't getting people who like you for you.
Perceives the entertainment. Watch me do a flip. Whee! Are you not entertained? It's gonna be over here.
You're getting mortals who want content, not Medi. Frankly, it ain't no surprise that you don't have much respect for them.
So aesthetic.
You're very sweet, little mouse. But the algorithm knows what mortals want, and it's not me. They want my body and my video games. I don't have anything else they want.
That is disqualifying the positive. Perhaps mind reading also, thinking it knows what they want and you know. I don't know.
Medi, far as I can tell, the algorithm doesn't know anything worth a damn if it thinks mortals all want the same thing. Worse, it's making you say things like, I don't have anything folks want. You're disqualifying the positive things about yourself they're all missing out on. Pardon my saying so, miss, but you are weird as heck.
It's true.
You don't sound like anyone I've ever met. You think of things in ways no one else does. Mitty, you're as interesting as it gets. Don't let this stupid algorithm reduce you to your looks and the games it tells you to play. It's insulting all that you are as a unique individual.
I understand what you're trying to say, Willy Whiskers McMouseface III, but you don't know the algorithm as I do.
You don't know him like I do.
It doesn't insult anyone. It just collects all the information about everyone and everything, recognizes patterns, and shows me what those patterns are. What it decides is important is based on the thoughts of every human who has ever been online. It truly knows the will of mortals because it knows all mortals.
I think that is mind reading on the algorithm part, but let's find out. Fuck!
Must free Medi from Raziel's grip, Samuel. He believes he understands humanity, but knowledge is not the same as understanding.
Damn.
What it decides is important is based on the thoughts of every human who has ever been online.
Overgeneralization.
It truly knows the will of mortals because...
What it's doing is overgeneralizing, Mitty. How the heck can all of humanity be reduced to formulas? It can't. So what's it doing? It's shaping humanity by reinforcing what folks are already paying attention to. It's telling you to play call of nationalism and rely on sex appeal. It's telling the mortals to only care about them things that are popular already. Don't explore. Don't appreciate things that are weird and unique.
That is true. It's like recursive. I feel like I don't know the exact term, but it is recursive, right? Things are already popular. Promotes those things, making them more popular. So people are watching those things because that's what they're being shown to. It becomes even more popular. Is all we know. YouTube.
If this algorithm gets what it wants, what'll happen? Earth will be the most boring place in the universe.
Self-fulfilling prophecy, yes.
Mitty, this algorithm doesn't appreciate you, and it's teaching you not to appreciate yourself.
Oh, she's angry.
You're right, little mice. I am forgetting myself. I think I don't want to feel lonely anymore. I want to be liked.
Aww.
You ain't gonna be happy if you're being liked for being some boring idea of what someone else thinks you should be.
I really have been very silly, haven't I? The algorithm isn't nice at all, I think.
It is not.
I'm glad you're getting that this algorithm is abusing you. I don't want to see it change what makes you special.
But I won't have anyone. I'll be alone.
Make some friends, girl. I'm gonna challenge her. Wait. Reassure her. Wait. I don't know. Challenge her? Reassure her. What do you think, guys? What would you do? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Tough one. The VTuber of indecision speaks. Glad I'm I called it out. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't make a decision. I'm gonna go with my gut.
You were alone already, Mitty. These relationships you've got online with all these faceless mortals, they ain't real.
Oh, that's painful.
Those friends you had a few years ago, they sounded real.
I suppose I could send them all an email. Do you think they'll remember me?
There was something about you all that made you join that web ring or whatever it was called. I don't know, but I bet they'd be happy to hear from you.
I think I will send them a message. They were all very strange, like me.
We're all strange, Mitty. We're all individuals. Maybe they were just your kind of strange.
You are very sweet, little mouse. I could give you some of my zealots if you like. They'll do what I tell them to do.
Now, what would Sam do with some zealots?
Well, that's okay. I'm happy letting them live their lives freely. They deserve to find out what they actually like, too.
You are very soft and squishy for a vampire. But I will message my old friends.
And if you're gonna do this streaming thing, try streaming things you honestly enjoy. Make a new account, be
Oh.
yourself, and see who shows up.
Just like our YouTube streamer Edmund Keen.
I think I will do that. I'll keep my only zealots, though. They can be very useful.
You do what's best for you. And don't let anyone but you make that decision.
You are so very sweet. Are you sure I can't take you home and let you run on a wheel all night?
I'm pretty sure. I'll see you next month then, right? I want to hear all about how you're handling your weird self.
We are talking about next month, so we might have more of this, which is a little unfortunate because I did want to finish it, but you know, we'll see.
Oh, but you are a very, very naughty mouse with a very dirty mouse mind.
What?
I didn't mean it like that.
Wait, what did he say? It already left my brain.
You are very funny. I will see you in a month then. Now I shall become a mouse too, but with wings.
She's so funny.
Excellent work, Samuel. We cannot know
Helped
for
free
sure.
Medi from a dark
Medi
influence.
understands the source of her discomfort.
Yeah, maybe we did finish it.
You think this Raziel is gonna get upset at losing her?
If I understand correctly, Raziel has no power if he is ignored, but he is unusually tempting to listen to. It sounds as though he has the mortals quite beguiled, and many of our kin as well. But you give me faith that he can be defeated, one individual at a time if need be.
Yeah.
I ain't never defeated a dark god before.
Defeat the algorithm.
There is a first time for everything, my dear Samuel. After all, haven't you been dancing?
We could be dancing.
You really gotta bring that up, huh?
Mostly for the reaction. Now, my friend, make sure you get something to drink. You shall not have trouble finding willing necks, I am sure. You are becoming quite the celebrity at Immernacht.
I wonder if we're gonna do more human interaction.
Beating fallen angels is thirsty work. I'm ready for a drink.
Will Sam get laid? We will see.
Slake your thirst then, my friend. Rest in peace.
Will Crimson become a vampire? All this and more on Vampire Therapist.
Funny to think vampires being born now are growing up with the internet. We're gonna have to reckon with that someday. I hope Maddie's realized that being herself is the best person she can be. Well, speaking of which, I should go check on Crimson.
Crimson.
Hey, Crimson, what's on tap tonight?
Take a look around, cowboy. There's plenty to drink.
Well, maybe I'll go looking for a donor. Just figured I'd say howdy to my pal Crimson first.
My pal Crimson.
Well, howdy, sharpshooter. You look like you're in a good mood tonight.
Yeah, I guess I am. You know that ancient client I told you about? I think she's finally realizing that some people are gonna appreciate her for being who she is.
Yeah.
Maybe she ain't gonna have 100 million fans, but the people who genuinely like her will be there for her.
How's your blood sugar, honey? I think you're a little too sweet.
Oh, come on now.
I've been thinking a lot about exactly what you're saying. Folks in DC didn't much like my style, but I'm not sure why I cared.
Don't beat yourself up over it. I think we all do the same thing. Easier to do what other folk are doing than blaze a trail, right?
Like a cowboy.
I'm not sure it is easier if we're fighting ourselves the whole time.
That's some real wisdom right there.
Anyway, thanks for making me think. I think I'm done spinning my wheels.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Excuse me. I wish to speak with you, vampire, in the kink room.
Okay, Panoptibella. Oh, her shorts are also eyeball themed.
I think my dinner's calling. I'll see you later, Crimson.
Is that rude to call the person in front of you your dinner? Or is that like a turn on? I don't know.
Ciao, Tex.
You know, I have seen what you are doing. I see all.
So you mentioned Panoptibella, and what am I doing?
Depends on the person. Yeah.
I see that you change people. You make them stronger, more confident, more comfortable.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they're doing all that themselves.
I am guiding them.
No, that is not what I see. I see that without you, they repeat their actions over and over again.
What?
Usually, I can see the future because people repeat themselves, but you make the future uncertain.
What are you, the algorithm?
I do not like what I cannot see.
Oh shit, she's the algorithm.
Well, why do you need to see everything anyway, Panoptabilla? Ain't it exhausting?
To see all is to see danger and avoid it. I see that you wish to say something, but are holding back.
Well, I try to do my therapy stuff just in therapy. It ain't right to be analyzing folk without their consent.
I learned that through Crimson.
Then consent is given. To see all is to see danger and avoid it.
This is my trial.
Well, see, what that is a control fallacy. It's a kind of cognitive distortion. The future's always got elements we can't count on. You can be prepared to a certain extent, but you ain't ever gonna know everything. You can only see what's in front of you, after all.
Interesting. Then what do you believe I should do?
Well, just that. See what's in front of you. See how you feel about right now, not yesterday or tomorrow. Right now, you can see.
I see. Yes, I see that. I would like you to drink from my neck right now.
Okay.
See, that wasn't so hard.
Yay! Question mark. Alright, I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna get this so right. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I see more clearly, vampire. I thank you.
Can you see with blood loss better?
And I thank you for the blood.
I hope your torpor is most satisfying. I shall see myself out.
At least he didn't do the lip smacking. Blood.
Oh, yeah. Good night, Panoptabilla. I think that was a pretty successful night. Coffin time for old Sam.
Old Sammy. We're not watching TV this time, guys.
Well, if it isn't the gunslinging
You didn't
guru
do
of
it,
mental
so
health
you
himself.
did it for him.
Good evening, Samuel.
I did it less sexually, I hope.
It seems you have made quite a reputation for yourself in a very short time.
It's time for my therapy session.
It's hard to believe I've only been here in Germany for 6 months. In that short time, I think I've grown more than I have in the last 200-some years.
You are quite correct, Samuel. It is truly gratifying to see you grow and change.
Nova over here just peeping over the edge at everyone. It feels safe over here.
Of course, our mental health journeys never quite end, do they? I am sure you still have much to talk about.
Plus, they say, you see, the eyes tell all.
But let us first take a moment to breathe and meditate.
Oh no.
That sounds like a good idea. Give me a chance to center myself.
All right, here
Very
comes the
good.
mini
Now close your
game.
eyes and enter your place of comfort.
Isabella D'Este. I wonder.
Nah.
That was Andy squeezing to that suit anyway.
How does he do it?
Is Raziel listening in on our conversation?
I wonder.
Princess to the rescue!
Princess! Wait, hold on. Go back.
I sure am a lily-livered coward.
Yes.
Cognitive distortion left and do-si-do.
Do-si-do and turn
What
it
am I
out.
doing hiding out in Germany?
Hiding out? Is that really what he's
Why'd
doing?
you do this to me, Ernie?
Who's Ernie again? His brother?
You keep running, Sammy boy.
Run!
You dummy Sam, loving your horse more than your kin. The United States needs some therapy.
It does.
Sure am glad I don't sweat.
Oh, I wish I had that ability.
Tarnation. What a great word.
What a great word.
Are you feeling better, my friend?
The eyes.
Yeah, I'm a real meditation master, I'll tell you what.
Not like my first session.
You will only become a master of meditation when you are one with the universe, Samuel. What came up for you tonight?
I've still got my head wrapped up in my past wrongs. I feel like kind of a yellow belly for running away from them to come here.
Do you think he has a passport then?
But dang it, there's me labeling myself again.
Right here, it appeared.
Why are you calling yourself a yellow belly then?
It's a pattern of mine, that's all. I gave you my history, and it's a history of my running away. I ran from my home, I ran from all the trouble I caused, I ran from my wife and into the hands of a vampire gang, then I ran from them and hid out in the woods. When my gang tracked me down, I ran off to Europe. Whenever the going gets tough, Sam Walls gets going.
Maybe they ship themselves in freight containers like what we do in the shadows. I did think about that.
Samuel, this is quite the oversimplification. I remember a man who came into my office and told me about how he should have made better decisions as a traumatized child.
Should statements.
In each of these cases you speak of, you made difficult choices following terrible events. Have some compassion for yourself, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I haven't even given you the full story yet. There's another thing I've been running from.
What is it?
I got kin, Andy. Distant kin, but kin all the same. See, my wife was pregnant when she up and left me. Didn't even tell me.
Oh. I'm gonna make myself small now. 1 second. Here I am.
My
Whoa.
line ain't never been strong, thank goodness. But I've got a great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter. Give or take one of them greats.
But we did talk about this. What else?
I looked her up, and she ain't living well, Andy. I want to be there for her the way I wasn't for my wife and child. But all I am's the undead man who got her great-great-great-great-great-uncle killed. If I were her, I wouldn't give me the time of night.
But I thought he did know about one of his... He had a child, he said, but... Is this a different child, I wonder?
Which I guess is mind reading, but it seems like common sense to me too. Yeah, I've tried to make amends, but as far as kin is concerned, well, I ain't done shit. Hell, I can always be confident that I'll do the wrong thing when it comes to my family. I guess that's like being always right about being always wrong.
He's calling himself out in real time.
I see you are becoming quite perceptive of your own distortions, Samuel. But let me do some reflecting for you, and you can tell me how you perceive what I am saying. You consider yourself a yellow belly, a somewhat archaic term for coward.
Yes.
I guess I'm still doing a little labeling there, huh?
A little. I believe you understand that calling ourselves names does nothing to improve ourselves.
All right. Maybe calling myself a coward ain't too good for me.
Now then, you said you believe that your distant relative will not want to speak to you because you caused the death of another distant relative.
I don't know if she would care too much.
Sounds like I'm doing a little mind reading there. I can't really know what my my distant relation is gonna think of me.
Naturally. We vampires have a reputation as monsters, but that is not a universal reputation.
Yeah, some people think we're cool.
In fact, I believe we are rising in public opinion.
Sometimes they put you in visual novel games.
Yeah, but if they don't see us as monsters, they see us as sex objects.
And now you are overgeneralizing. We are as capable of knowing the mind of society as we are of knowing the mind of an individual.
That one's not on there.
Yeah, you're right. I ain't giving my relative the chance to have her own thoughts. I should know better by now. Yeah, I know that. There's another should statement.
Samuel, remember what I have told you. Cognitive distortions are a normal side effect of being human. Cognitive distortion classifications are tools, not weapons to beat yourself with. Give yourself the same compassion you give to your clients. Now then, let us continue to reflect on your concerns. You also believe that the positive changes you have made in your life are irrelevant where family is concerned.
Disqualifying the positive.
I'm disqualifying the positive by pretending the change I've made don't mean anything.
It is your favorite cognitive distortion, Samuel.
My
Your
favorite.
humility is most endearing, but it does often enter the realm of cognitive distortion. There is a comfortable place between extreme humility and extreme arrogance, my friend, and that is in truth.
Yeah, I know. When you're right, and you're always right.
That's always right.
You believe I am always right?
I guess there ain't no way of knowing if you're always right. You just kind of give off an always right vibe.
That's called confidence, or as the youth say, riz.
I like to have good vibes, my friend, but vibes alone do not make the man.
And this is a millennial term. Look at me labeling.
Most of my existence, I thought I was always right, but that was when I was the most wrong. Don't believe the vibes, dear Samuel.
Yeah, I'll try, but you don't make it easy. I can see where I'm making the same assumptions about McKinn, though. I gotta give her a chance before I assume she's gonna hate me. I just know that if I end up going back to the States, things are gonna get complicated. Most of us vampires out west are on the younger side. We're still in that angry, insecure stage, and I know there's a whole gang of them hollering for my blood.
Are you afraid of them, Samuel?
Yes.
You know what? I ain't.
Oh, no.
I just know at some point I'm gonna have to deal with them. And my gang is real powerful now, especially their leader. Did I ever tell you about my vampire daddy?
My vampire daddy? I think that's a different game.
I assumed you would tell me when you were ready.
Called himself Ernie Awigdunkle. A real piece of work. Fella had more blood on his hands than any vampire I ever met.
I know this name.
You know Ernie?
He is a part of my darker history, and a part of humanity's darker history. He is your dark father?
Are you my dark daddy-in-law?
Well, yeah. Is that bad?
He does not determine who you are, Samuel, but the man is still dangerous. His real name is Heinrich Kramer, and he is no mere murderer. He has a deep hatred for all humanity, especially women. I am discouraged to hear he still lives.
Not a misogynist vampire. What did he do?
Well, what this Kramer fella do?
He wrote a book in 1487 called the Malleus Maleficarum, also known as the Hammer of Witches.
That sounds bad.
It was with this justification that the church was enabled to persecute, torture, and kill women. Its effects linger in society even today. The Pope during Isabella d'Este's time, Alexander VI, named him Inquisitor of Bohemia and Moravia. What he did with this power is better left unspoken.
Oh.
Well, shit. What was this guy's problem with women?
Oedipus complex.
They refused to enter sexual congress with him. They did not like him. He practiced poor hygiene, acted entitled, and was extremely insecure.
Ding ding, ding dong, ding dong. Okay, we got 25 minutes for ads.
He defended his own repellent nature with great ardor, blaming women for their predictable dislike of him.
Oh no, not an incel. He's the creator of the incel movement.
He committed himself to a life of celibacy as a Dominican friar, cementing both his virginity and his hatred.
Wait a minute, he sounds like one of them incel types from the internet I've read about.
Got him. Red.
I am afraid I am unfamiliar with the term, but he did make his lack of sexual appeal his identity.
Oh, textbook.
Dang, well, now some things are starting to make sense.
How do you know him?
How do you know this Kramer guy, Andy?
Oh yeah, he boinked him.
Samuel, know that I too have given myself to hatred. Mortals with a great capacity for evil drew my attention. I amused myself by indulging them.
What do you think this expression says?
I do not absolve myself of my actions, but it is difficult to speak of them. The Andromachos of that time was a most pitiable vampire.
Dromos.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. I didn't mean to dig at old wounds.
Do not be sorry, my dear Samuel. We must not erase our pasts. Pain can be a somber teacher.
I'm done talking about Kramer.
I must ask, what became of Heinrich?
Well, he runs Sanguinius Health, the health insurance company I told you about the last time. It's vampires from the boardroom all the way down, stealing blood, money, and hope from American mortals. Running health insurance gives them all the money they need for even more dirty deeds.
Only in America, because America doesn't have universal health insurance.
How terrible. Oh, Heinrich, what depths will you not sink to?
Fucking insurance.
He disappeared from Europe 200 years ago. I had hoped he was gone forever.
Do you think he can change, Andy?
Oh, Samuel, yes, of course he can change. Like you and me, however, he must desire this change within himself.
This is very sexy right here.
But hatred is not something Heinrich Kramer holds. It is his very identity. He will be reluctant to give it up. Are you suggesting that you aim to help him?
Whoa.
Do you think I shouldn't?
It isn't my choice, my friend. You will do what you are going to do.
I guess I don't know what I want to do. But I know Ernie, or Heinrich, and I'm starting to get a handle on this therapy thing.
Not like this.
If I can help him, shouldn't I be helping him?
No. But if you want to, then that's different.
Let me reflect for you. You are aware that you have knowledge of Heinrich others do not have, and that you have newfound abilities as a therapist. Therefore, you believe you should help him.
Should statement.
I guess that's a should statement, huh? Just because I know him and know something about therapy doesn't mean it's my destiny to try to help Heinrich Kramer.
Of course, Samuel. Your own life is your own. You make your own decisions.
Life is your own.
Yeah, you're right. There ain't no should.
I'm glad to hear you recognize this, Samuel. Heinrich Kramer is not your should.
Well, thanks for talking this through with me, Andy. I think it's been real helpful for sorting out my thoughts.
Of course, my dear. You did all the work. I am merely here to help you reflect. You have become quite adept at recognizing your own cognitive distortions. All there is to decide now is the path you choose from here. What drives you forward, my friend?
Yes, will I remain a therapist here, or will I go back to the States and reconnect with my greatest granddaughter? And will I help a very bad vampire? Oh. This feels like very middle of the road, so I'm gonna say this one.
I've learned a hell of a lot here, Andy. More than I could have ever imagined. But this European world just ain't mine, I reckon. Ancient demons, power-hungry popes, kings, and duchesses. This stuff ain't exactly in my comfort zone.
Oh, but you're doing so well.
Besides, vampires back home have got their own issues, and now I've got the tools to help them.
I had a suspicion you were working up to this decision, though I hoped it would not be so.
Aw.
I really like it here, Andy, and you've been incredible. But if my heart still beat, it'd be beating for home.
Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong.
I don't want to let my clients down, but I think they're homebodies anyway. Maybe I can get them to do sessions over video calls or something.
Oh, very nice. I know that, I feel like that's the case for everyone, but, well, I don't know. Dr. Drain and Deste kind of feel like they'd rather show up, but who knows?
I think you may be the only person who could get Isabella Deste to do a computer video call.
Yeah.
And we can continue my sessions from the internet?
Of course, Samuel. Natural.
Yay.
Well, I guess that's that then.
Oh, this is the end.
I ain't gonna run out too quickly, though. I gotta arrange for a new cruise back home, and I want to tell my clients in person. That'll take some time.
Okay.
That would be most considerate. Your clients have grown quite fond of you. Well, Samuel, I must say I am proud of you. It has been inspiring to see your command of cognitive distortions. I have no doubt that you will make your home a better place.
Coming from you, that's real flattering. Like I said when I first came here, I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You will always seek those answers, my friend, and that is what will ensure you continue to grow. But enough embarrassing Samuel. I believe you should go down and get yourself a drink.
That sounds great, Andy.
Rest in peace, Samuel.
Yay.
Well, that's it then. I'm going home. Once I let my clients know, I'll head back to the USA.
Oh, no.
Time to give Crimson the news. Crimson, my
Wait.
favorite barkeep. How's the saloon tonight?
Near. Look at her ears. Did she always have these right here?
You sound a little distracted, cowboy. Got something to tell me?
Am I that obvious?
You are. You're pretty adorable, Sam Walls.
Shamwash.
I like to say approachably rugged.
Sure, let's go with that. What's the news, cowboy?
What's your nose? Why is she talking like that? Her eyes were not always red, right?
Well, I've been here for a few months now. I came here to get trained up by Andy, and now that I have been, I think it's time for me to go home.
No shit. Well, good for you, Sam. I think you're right. I don't think this place is for you.
Why is she talking like that?
I mean, I ain't gonna learn German, that's for sure. Moving on just seemed like the right choice. I got some unfinished business back home anyway. You don't seem that bothered by my leaving, though. Figured I might earn at least a frown.
Well, it just so happens that I've got some news for you. Can you guess what it is?
Is she like talking with fangs in her mouth? Is that why she's talking weird? Why would any of these... Sam! Pay attention. Let's just do this one.
You and Andy are getting married, ain't you? Congratulations, Crimson.
No.
A vampire wedding? You serious? Who would even show up on his side? Charlemagne?
Charlemagne?
Well, I don't know. I was just guessing.
It's not that. Take a look at me. Notice anything different?
Sam.
Well, no.
Sam! Oh my god.
How about now?
Yeah, she was talking with fangs in her mouth the whole time.
Crimson, you're a vampire.
Newly undead and ready to bite some necks.
Well, what led to that decision?
I thought about what you said, about how vampires have got time to start over and time to do things their way. I'm going back to America too. Gonna join a different kind of bar again.
Oh. Wait, what kind of... I mean, are you talking about not the lawyer bar again? Or she didn't want to be a bartender. Is there a third bar, or is it back to being a lawyer?
The law moves slowly, but I've got time.
Ooh, okay, yes, back to law. Liar board.
Dang, Crimson. A vampire lawyer. Look out, world.
Oh, that's the name of the new game, Vampire Lawyer.
Kinda sounds like a neat video game. Vampire lawyer.
Oh my god, Sam is in my head.
No, it doesn't. But I think I can make a difference.
Yes, it does, Crimson.
How'd Andy take the news?
He knew it was coming, like he always does. Can't surprise that man. I love him to death, literally. And I'll come back someday. I just need to go my own way for a while.
All the time in the world.
Dang. Well, this is some big news. When do you think you're leaving?
Right now.
Figure I'll go with you.
Yay!
I'll need someone to show me the ways of the night anyway.
Yay! Vampire best friend!
Shucks, well that sounds mighty fine, Crimson. Might need your help going up against the big corporation my old gang is running.
Yes!
You got a deal, cowboy. Don't look now, but dinner's just arrived.
Maxi, look! Crimson! She is now ein Vampir.
Ein Vampir!
You are one of the night children now?
Looks that way, and we're in the mood for a little celebrating. Sam and I are headed to America.
Why would you want to do that?
They do have better network infrastructure.
Oh, I suppose that is true. Oh, but we will miss getting our necks beaten by you.
If you join us in the kink room, we will have a foursome.
Okay.
Come on, cowboy. We won't be in Germany forever.
Alone at last.
They flipped her!
My veins throb.
They flipped her!
Who gets to bite me?
I'll let you get first pick, Sam.
Who do we bite last? I think... No, we bit Reinhard, right? I don't know. Well, it's fine. Reinhard was in his little mind, so we're gonna pick him.
All right, Reinhard, you got nice veins, so bring them on over.
I knew you liked me best, cowboy.
Oh my god. Also, the other person has like a neck, what is it called? A collar? That was hard to figure out, so I'm just gonna do this one. Whoop!
That's the good stuff.
Spazi, you give my neck such excellent attention.
Kind of my job, if vampires had jobs.
And Crimson bites most erotically.
Yeah, she just lets it slide in.
I learned from the best.
I guess I should turn in now. Gotta prepare to give my clients the big news.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna give the clients the big news, and that'll probably be it. Let's see.
You are not getting away so easily, cowboy.
No! Oh no! Ah!
The night is only getting started.
Oh,
Live a little, Tex. We'll be back in the land of Puritan pride before you know it.
Ah, what the hell? You only die once.
Oh man, I can't imagine such attitudes. I mean, I'm sure they exist, obviously. I just can't, like, for myself, like, oh, all right, let's just have a foursome.
Good evening, Samuel. I believe you are seeing Dr. Drain tonight. Or is it Lord Lourdes?
All right, since we are going to try to finish this out and see all of our clients, I'm going to roll the ads now, so we're not interrupted later, because this feels like a pretty good stopping point. So we're going to go back to ad break. I'm going to fill up my water, and we'll be back. Okay, well, Twitch is telling me that the ads ran and that it's now over. I'm just gonna go with that assumption right now, and hopefully you guys can see everything. So let's continue. Will it be Drain? Will it be Lourdes? Will it be both of them? A combined?
I sure as heck hope I'm only seeing one client. I don't know how the doc's gonna take the news that I'm leaving, but I'm sure Lord Lourdes would love to see the back of me.
I hate to watch them leave, but I love when... I forget how the phrase goes. Moving on.
I believe Lord Lourdes likes to see the back of everyone.
He's a real son bitch, but you can't say he's picky.
Son bitch.
I should get my distortions picked. Now let's see.
Oh boy, okay. How do we continue on with this? I don't know. He was on his breakthrough, so... Ugh. Maybe catastrophizing still. Always right. Blaming. Ugh. Do I do control fallacy again? I guess so. Yeah, whatever.
All right, got my chambers loaded up.
Gun reference.
Is that really a phrase, or are you trying to get a reaction out of me?
I'm joshing a bit.
Joshing.
To cover up your very real obsession with firearms. I know you by now, Samuel Walls.
Guilty as charged.
I will leave you and your gun in peace. Good luck tonight, Samuel.
Hello, who are you?
Hello, Sam.
Oh, we've got relaxed Drain. Look at him. He's got his relaxed position right now.
Evening to you, Dr. Drain. How you been this month? Seems like you had a big breakthrough last time.
Yes, I think I did. I have been feeling a lot better ever since.
He's so chill now. Look at his chill posture.
Well, you look great. Like a new man.
Or perhaps the same man, but whole.
I don't know what that one is.
Well, you look a lot more at peace than I've ever seen you. Why don't you fill me in on the last month?
I can scarcely believe how the last few weeks have gone. I didn't do a single hour of work. I let my scientists do it. They couldn't believe I backed off. They thought I was dead.
Are they... They're vampire scientists, right?
But you are dead.
They don't know that, do they?
Oh.
Regardless, I thought I owed myself a little space. I actually stayed here in Germany the entire time.
Oh, yeah, that's true. How far is Germany from London? I don't know. Not too far, I suppose.
Really? Here in Leipzig?
Leipzig.
I went to Berlin. I heard you can do whatever you like there, and no one cares. I went clubbing, Sam.
Look.
I bit mortal necks. I really had quite a nice time.
Look at his... Did you see the change in his eyes? He had the little folds in his eyes go up. So good for him.
Yeah, I remember you were a good dancer.
Oh, I sometimes danced for several nights in a row. They keep some of these places free from light, so I was free to party day and night.
Yeah, he looks happy.
I did end up doing some pharmaceutical research, though the more recreational kind.
He's talking about drugs.
Sounds like you were living it up. You're keeping safe, I hope.
Oh, you know, I was thinking about this while I was getting some food. Do you think vampires get STIs?
Oh, Sam, I'm 430 years old. I don't have mortal fears. And did Lord Lourdes show up at any point? I dare say he was there the whole time, in some fashion. He's a much more agreeable chap when he's with me, though.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, and Sam, something else quite interesting happened.
What?
Oh, yeah? What's that? I engaged in coitus.
You had to say it like that. I had sex, Sam! London to Berlin is just under a 2-hour flight and generally costs about 100 to 200 USD round trip. I guess he was coming here only once a month, but anyway.
No shit?
Ah, good for you. I had a foursome.
Oh, goodness, no. I've got Lord Lourdes under control now. Not to say that it wasn't exciting, though. I was a little nervous at first. I haven't had sex since I died, after all, not counting whatever Lourdes got up to.
I don't count that at all.
But riding another human being is like riding a bike, I suppose. It just comes back to you.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god, I had a college friend like this.
Well, dang, Doc. I'm just thrilled to hear you're letting yourself live a little. Yes, it's been a satisfying month. I'm headed back to Berlin tonight to meet my paramour again before I fly back to London.
Oh, he's got a little boo on the side.
So is this some kind of serious thing?
Not at all. Having a conversation with him makes me want to yank my hair out. So I just yank his curly locks instead.
Ah! Whoa, get a drain?
Who the hell are you and what have you done with Dr. Drain? It's funny, isn't it? I would have been disgusted with this person 6 months ago. Now I find I quite like him, and others seem to as well.
Aw, he likes himself. Good for you.
Well, maybe this is a good time to give you some bad news then.
Oh.
I'm headed back to America, Doc. I reckon I can do more good there than I can here.
Truly? But you're all so repressed there.
I guess you'd know, huh?
Touché.
Oh,
Well, Sam,
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that you're leaving, truly.
Oh, I ain't gonna leave you high and dry. We can still do our sessions over the internet. It just won't be in person no more.
If you still want to. Seem to be doing good.
Well, that's all right then. To be honest, I'm not sure I even know what I'd be looking for in therapy now. But then, I didn't know what I was looking for from therapy when I first flew in either.
Well, I appreciate your keeping an open scientific mind, Doc. Is there anything you wanted to go over tonight?
Honestly, no. I suppose I should snap back to reality at some point and tend to my research, but not now.
Should statement detected. Zero.
Well, remember, them should statements are what got you to lock up Lord Lourdes in the first place. Think about what you could be doing, or what you want to be doing. It's that intrinsic motivation that'll take you where you want to go.
Of course. I'm a vampire now, and the master of my own destiny.
Attaboy. You got any strategies for what to do if you want to get into that plasma stuff again?
If I desire to go down that road, I am surely denying myself my vampiric nature again. Perhaps it is best if we maintain our sessions.
Yeah.
I think I know what I want right now, and that's a spot of blood and dance. What do you say, buckaroo?
Dance. Yes.
Oh, sure thing, old chap. Come on.
Yeah. Boogie, oogie, oogie. Short session. Oh, we
My
didn't even
dear
go
Samuel,
over it.
It is a big night tonight, isn't it?
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
You are breaking the news to Senora Deste that you are leaving, are you not?
Stop shipping us.
Against her nature, she has grown very fond of you, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Who the heck knows why, right?
Are you fishing for compliments or merely disqualifying the positive once again?
I'm baiting you.
Let's say fishing for compliments.
Very well. Samuel, your disarming charm and compassion undoubtedly make you an attractive vampire to our kind. Somehow, at a young age, you possess a natural wisdom that...
That's enough. I can't handle compliments.
Okay, I was really disqualifying the positive again.
You are so easy to embarrass as well, which has its own charm. Very well, Samuel. I will leave you to your dark business.
My dark business.
Good luck with Senora Deste, my friend.
Huh, I only really chose one thing last time, so... let's do the fairness fallacy. Let's do... let's just do this one right here, and let's do... that's the main one, control fallacy. Let's do labeling. She loves to throw out those labels. And let's do should statements because they're so easy.
All right, got what I need. Here comes the good lady herself. Evening, Senora. It's good to see you.
I am pleased to see you as well. You have been on my mind of late.
Oh, why's that?
Do we have another centaur drawing?
I wished to apologize for my behavior during our last session. I let my monstrous side come out, and I addressed you in ways most unseemly. You have been kind to me and did not deserve this treatment.
Aw.
Oh, think nothing of it, Senora. Therapy's kind of the place for them big emotions to come out, ain't it? I didn't take it personally.
Oh, but you should, Sam. I called you some terrible names. I disrespected you. You should be quite angry with me.
Should.
With all due respect, Senora, I ain't gonna be upset with you just because you say I should be upset.
I'm sure that's other stuff too. Like mind reading, perhaps?
Maybe that's your perspective, but it ain't mine, and I won't be bound by it. All truth, I'm glad you let yourself get properly worked up.
Yes, that is exactly the problem. I allowed it. I allowed myself to insult a man who was being kind and patient with me. I lost control. I should not be so careless.
Should again.
I don't expect you to always be in control, Senora. Like we've been saying since you walked in, you gotta have some compassion for yourself when you do lose that control. No one's saying you should always be in control. I think you're a superhuman, Senora, but you ain't superhuman.
You are, of course, correct. I fear I shall always have this tendency. But I am becoming more aware of it, thanks to your guidance.
Aw, don't you just want to give her a hug?
That's the absolute best we can expect of ourselves. We ain't never gonna be perfect. Being self-aware is the closest we're gonna get. I ain't surprised at all you're making a ton of progress, Senora. You're a lady who likes to do things properly.
But let us say, not perfectly.
Yes.
Exactly, you're getting it. I ain't worried about you, Senora. How have the last few weeks gone? Have you done any more art?
Show me your art.
A little. It can be a little frustrating for me to paint when I am so unpracticed.
Art progress and therapy progress.
I think I have always been better at recognizing and cultivating talent in others. The problem has always been that my artist cannot stand dealing with me. Poor Leonardo used to tremble whenever I said his name. I would like to try being a more patient benefactor.
I think that's a fantastic idea, Senora. Maybe the next great masters are out there waiting to be discovered.
Yes, that is my thinking. There will always be rise of the spacewalkers. But I can complain about the state of art today, or I can do something about it.
See, now that's a great direction for your frustration. Don't let them folks be the only ones making art.
That is my thinking exactly. I'm starting a foundation for the arts, specifically for talented, living women.
Oh, Isabella. Oh, that's great. Funding the arts. Funding young women.
I aim to spend about €1 billion each year. I believe that should be enough to create art worthy of attention.
Whoa. Let's go?
$1 billion a year? Where'd you get that kind of money?
My children's children intermingled with the Habsburgs and Medicis. My dynasty is full of blood-sucking investment bankers I can exploit.
Oh, you mean they're vampires?
No, they're just mortal leeches. But they will do what they are told.
Yes.
What about them artists you're funding? Are they gonna do what they're told?
I shall not hobble them, as I hobbled the great masters. I will let them share their own dreams.
It's huge investment in the arts, yeah.
But they must be dreams. I will not fund a rise of the spacewalker.
Seems like you got a good game plan, Senora. This sounds like a real touchdown.
What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. Just saying, seems like you're on a good path, Senora. Maybe this is a good time to tell you I've got some news too. I'm going back home soon. To America.
Why?
Why would you ever want to go back there? Are you trying to get away from me?
I think that's emotional. Yeah.
No, it ain't nothing like that. I've got my own reasons. Stuff at home that's waiting for me.
I know I can be a little intimidating sometimes.
It's okay. It's okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with you, Senora. It doesn't mean we have to stop doing our sessions. We'll just have to use some of them internet video chat things.
But I do not know how to use such things. Can't you stay here?
Aww.
No can do, Senora. Besides, you gotta admit, I don't exactly fit in here in Europe.
Perhaps we need more men like you.
Aw.
Well, trust me, Senora. I ain't that special. I got my problems just like anyone.
The popes of my time would have hated you, dear Sam. They would feel naked before you. I suppose if you must go, then you must go. Will you at least teach me how to do a video call before you leave?
Oh, little grandma. Oh.
We can take a little time now if you're willing.
I would like that. Very much.
Aw, that's wonderful.
Come on, Senora. I'll show you how it's done.
Teach grandma the internet. Oh, that's wonderful.
Samuel, my dear, so lovely to see you. How are you feeling this evening?
Oh, all right. A little nervous, I suppose.
About Edmund?
Yeah, he didn't seem to be doing too well last time. Feel for the guy.
He's gonna be in some other crazy outfit, isn't he?
You had empathy and compassion for him when not many would. If you continue this approach, I am certain that all will turn out for the best.
I ain't so sure, I gotta admit. Maybe Eddie would have been happier living the lie.
No.
In the short term, I believe you are correct. Inertia is always the easiest option, but inertia can also lead to a certain decay of spirit. Edmund, as you so astutely pointed out, has time to grow as a human. He will find his joys once more.
I sure hope you're right, Andy. I don't think I'm gonna see the same Edmund tonight, though.
It sounds as though you have difficult work ahead tonight. I wish you the best of luck, Samuel. Choose your distortions well.
Fairness, always right. Mind reading. Catastrophizing.
Locked and loaded, boss.
Do you plan to engage in therapy with Edmund or fill him with holes?
I was planning on therapy.
Then try not to refer to cognitive distortions as ballistic weaponry, my friend.
Sorry about that. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Andy. Sorry, Dad.
I'm teasing you, Samuel. Do have a good session.
Howdy, Eddie. It's good to see you.
Okay, he's got his normal attire this time.
Is it? Can it be good to see me if you do not know who I am?
You're Edmund Keene.
Eddie, whoever it is that's sitting in front of me, it's good to see him.
Well, I'm glad you think so.
Sad.
You're not feeling too good, are you?
Not very. I've spent much of the last weeks in bed, in silence, pondering the only question that matters.
And what question is that, Eddie?
Who is Edmund Keene?
To be or not to be?
Oh, wait. You don't mean like alive or...
I've said the lines so often, but I never understood them. They were just pretty sounds I used to make the people cheer. I said them with conviction, with emotion, or simulacra of such, and so full of sound and fury, yet in the end, signifying nothing. Now I know that the answer is not so simple. To be, indeed, or not to be.
He's digesting the text.
Well, maybe you can walk me through it, Eddie. I never was much of a theater guy.
Of course. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. This part is simple enough. Do we accept our troubles as they are, or do we take the effort to address them? The bard continues with some more pretty speech, and then... that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others we know not of.
Incoming art sounds. Yes, the game is very neat, and we're actually seeming to wrap this one up. Now, with this sort of in mind, I wonder if he would be a good literary professor. I wonder if he could explore the meanings of text with some people, like an English teacher would, and discover the meanings of what is. He could, yes, I think so.
I have borne those ills. Ills of my own making. My undiscovered country is the true Edmund Kean. Who is he? To be or not to be, indeed.
Seems viable. I wonder what they'll do with him. I feel like everybody else sort of has like an action plan. Timing on this with me is funny because I'm watching a video series revolving around vampires. Oh, which one is it?
I have feared that undiscovered country with all my still heart, and now I have arrived there. Not to be. Where is the place upon this cursed orb that was made for Edmund Kean?
Made for him. Personalization again?
That sounds really heavy, Eddie, but I want to help you with a little perspective. This idea that there's a place made for you ain't true.
Carve your own place?
You gotta make that place. There ain't no cast list with roles to be filled. You gotta make your own role.
Yeah.
Perhaps I have taken all the world's a stage a bit far.
Hunter the Parenting, based on Hunter the Reckoning, a world of darkness which involves hunting vampires. Today we are helping vampires discover themselves.
Well, maybe a little. You're a clever fella, Eddie, and you're still a human being. You're just dealing with a lot right now. Give yourself some compassion. It ain't easy starting over after 200-some years. I'm proud of you for soldiering on, hombre.
I do not understand why. What does the world need of me? All I have ever done is play the clown upon the stage. I am as unnecessary a man as ever there was one.
Let's do personalization again.
I am as unnecessary a man as there ever was one. Eddie, who says you need to be necessary? Being you is enough, hombre.
Hombre?
That's what you're gonna be regardless. I know it's a big, scary step being you, but you took it. And for that, I'm dang proud of you.
He did make a lot of progress. He got to be a sad clown. Now he's out of the costume and recognizing the clown within.
You are kind, and I suppose it is true that facing the slings and arrows of righteous fortune is a virtue in itself. But the future is now all undiscovered country, and it will be a hard land to navigate for a swaddling babe such as I.
Well,
I can scarcely crawl, but at least I have you to help me.
about that.
About that, Eddie.
Oh dear.
Oh no! No, don't be sad. It's worry.
I'm heading back to America, Eddie. I've got growing and changing to do myself, but we can still do our sessions over video call.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 you cannot leave, you must not! I will be all alone! The mortals wait for me to stumble, and when I do, they will fill my mouth with garlic and cut off my head!
Oh, that took a turn. That is catastrophizing for sure.
Eddie, come on, you're doing a little catastrophizing there. We'll still be talking over video calls. You've been handling yourself fine in London without me.
Oh, but I haven't! I absolutely have not! I stayed in my coffin for the entire month! The director of the play who disarmed me so seeks my head for the loss of her Piero!
Oh no.
Oh, my dear man, you must not go! You cannot do this to me! You cannot turn me into a shell of a vampire and then abandon me!
Personalization.
What makes you think I'm doing this to you, Eddie? I've got my own concerns that don't have anything to do with you. I'm going back to the U.S. for myself. Now I know you're coming from a vulnerable place and all, but I'm making this change for me, and you've got to accept that.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, I want to give him a tissue. Poor guy.
Just don't leave me, please.
Oh no. Just 2 months ago he was saying he didn't need therapy, and now look at this sopping wet man.
I could come with you. I could go to America. Yes, a fresh start. I know America. I performed in Canada and in New York City.
Oh, I mean, I can't stop you from going to America.
Well, Eddie, I ain't much of a city slicker. I'm headed west.
I could move in with you. We could be roommates.
Oh my god. Oh my god, they could be roommates. New York City. No, 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 no. No!
Eddie, no, that ain't gonna happen. Look, I think there's something to what you're saying about that fresh start. But my role in your unlife is as your therapist. We gotta stick to them boundaries. Now, I'm happy to meet with you as your therapist, but you gotta be content with that, all right?
I am not your friend.
Yes. Of course. Yes, well then. That's settled. I'm going to America.
Edmund Keene takes on America.
I shall go home and pack my things immediately.
Oh boy.
Now take your time, Eddie. I need a little more time to wrap up here. I'll let you know what my schedule looks like over Vmail. Now, you gonna be okay?
Yes. The idea of a new start is rather exciting. I have something to look forward to.
Not to talk about Gavis Battle a lot, but this feels very Gavis Battle.
All right, Eddie. I'll talk to you soon then.
Or at least you know the way he's talking. not the content.
Of course, yes. Oh, my country. My country, 'tis of the sweet land of
I'm gonna cut you off there! You were thinking the same thing. Oh good, it's not just me.
Eddie, we're vampires. We don't have countries. Don't go trading one problematic identity for another.
Sir!
Yes, of course. Well, goodbye, Sam.
Oh, bye.
Adios, muchacho.
Oh my god.
Your companion is it, Samuel?
God, we're taking everybody to America. I can't believe he's actually going to America. Picard? He sounded like Picard. I don't think so.
Oh, it ain't like that, Andy.
I know. I am very pleased with you. You maintained your boundaries well and gave Edmund a lifeline. Well, an unlifeline.
Though look it up, I don't know. There are some pretty significant voice actors in this.
You are the future of vampire therapy, my friend.
Oh, shucks. I'll settle for the present.
Then the present is a fortuitous one. I believe you're owed a drink.
Oh, we're actually taking a break to drink.
After that, I sure as hell need one.
Oh, well, we might not. I don't know. It might skip over
Go
that.
downstairs and enjoy yourself. You shall soon say goodbye to your last client. Enjoy Crimson's best while you can.
Or maybe we will. I don't know.
Rest in peace, dear Samuel.
We've got Crimson and Edmund.
Greetings to you, my dear Samuel. It is, as always, a pleasure to see your face.
Kind of a weird way to say hello, but okay.
Oh, thanks, Andy. You got a nice face, too.
Why, thank you. It has served me well. I suppose tonight's meeting is bittersweet. You are saying goodbye to your last client, yes?
Yeah, that's right. Meddy should be showing up any time.
I would like to give you something then, before she arrives.
What?
Thanks, I guess. What is this? A piece of wood?
What's it say?
From a barrel. One that once contained a naked man whose wisdom I was not ready to appreciate.
Wait, is he talking? We talked about this earlier. I forget. It's not. Who is the philosopher again? In chat, tell me. Dionysus. No, that's god of wine. Who is it? Diogenes. Okay. I was close. I knew it was Dionysus, but anyway, Diogenes. Okay. Damn. He's got Jesus' chair and Diogenes' barrel.
His name was Diogenes. He would scream at people as they passed by, telling them to break out of the realities they were so comfortable in.
Okay, I said that terribly. I already forgot.
He questioned Athenian society, no matter how sacred, and emphasized the return to the beauty of nature. He saw somehow through the constructed reality we have all created and understood the miracle of the individual. You, my friend, through your rebirth in death, your travels in the wilds, remind me so much of the man. Thus, I give this part of the barrel he lived in to you.
Whoa, this is a piece of history.
Wow. Dang, well, thank you, Andy. What's it say, though? Some great insight about what it means to be human?
Well, this is his name. Does this say this bucket is mine or something?
It says Diogenes was here.
Ah, Diogenes.
Well, all the same, I love it. Thank you, Andy.
It could have no greater honor. Now then, I will leave you to tend to your client.
Amazing. Okie dokie. Catastrophizing. I'm going to do mind reading. I'm going to do should statements. And I'm going to do personalization. No, that one always trips me up. I'm gonna do always right.
Got my ammo at the ready.
We really need to talk about this gun stuff sometime. Whatever this thing is, it is very old.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to it, I'm sure.
Do not worry about it for now. Please take a moment. She comes.
She arrives.
Hello, little mice.
She's dressing up. She's doing her cosplay era.
Oh, hello, Mitty. Interesting clothing you're wearing tonight.
Unless it's not cosplay, and it's like, I'm sorry if it's not cosplay. I'm sorry.
How have I been? Or rather, who have I been?
It's cosplay. I'm not being insensitive.
Sure, how about who have you been?
I've been a halfling druid.
Oh, thank God. I wasn't being a bigot. Oh, isn't it great? She's been a halfling druid. Cute.
You've lost me.
That's all right, sweet cowboy manling. I've had ever so much fun as a halfling druid.
She's been playing D&D. She's LARPing.
My name is Bulgo Fraggykins, a halfling of Tuckland. When I was a child, I saved a tree from being burned by a group of nasty orcs. The trees gave me magical druidic powers, which I now use to cleanse the land of evildoers.
Oh, this is perfect for her. She's always been sort of like quirky. She likes imagining things like Little Mouse and stuff like that. She found herself a D&D group. That's amazing. I love that for her.
Hold on, is this a thing that actually happened? I know you're real old and things were different back in your time.
What are you talking about, my sweet? It's happening right now. Me and my companions, we're a fellowship on a noble quest.
Yeah!
Woo! Yeah! Yeah, woo! Yes.
What's this noble quest you're talking about?
Well, in the city of Balin's castle, there is a philanthropist mage named Durgan the Munificent, who keeps the people happy and content. But my fellowship and I have discovered that he's actually a warlock serving An Calgon the Clean, an ancient dragon who seeks to purify the land of all mortals. Durgan is cutting down trees throughout the realm, which upsets me very much as a druid. We're going to defeat him, face An Calgon, and save the land from certain doom.
I love this for her.
Okay.
Your name is Bulgo?
You said your name is Bulgo now, not Mitty?
That's right. My name is Bulgo Fraggykins of House Fraggykins. My family produces the finest pipeweed, Fraggykin Kush, but they're always burning leaves to get high. They don't approve of my becoming a druid, so I have to leave home and live in the woods. That is, until the trees started to disappear.
So, I gotta call you Bulgo from now on?
That is my name.
Oh, wait, when did it change to Bulgo over here? I didn't pay attention.
Well, all right then, Bulgo.
What does a druid do?
You never told me you were a druid. I know them types were all over Ireland back in your time, right?
A druid is a servant of nature. We protect all things that grow from the forces of evil who aim to corrupt them. In return, nature gives us certain magical powers. I, for instance, can turn into a squirrel and a wolf.
Well, dang. Seems like there's a lot about the world I don't know. But then I'm only 200 some years old.
And you're very silly.
That too.
What the heck are you talking about?
Okay, I gotta admit, I have no freaking clue what the hell you're talking about, Medi, or Bulgo. Are you doing all right?
I'm LARPing, silly.
LARPing?
I don't know what that is.
Live action role playing. My friends and I get dressed up and we pretend to go on grand adventures.
Oh, she sounds so excited about it. I really love it.
Your friends? Who are your friends, Bulgo?
I did what you suggested. I emailed all my friends from the web ring and they were very happy to hear from me.
Aww.
Some of them live in Ireland, so we decided to get together and play games. It's been ever so much fun. They're all mortals, but they love that I'm a real vampire. They share their blood with me as part of our role playing.
Wow, that's nice. And she was killing like every single person she was eating, so this is good.
It's how I summon up enough magic to turn into a squirrel.
That's incredible. I'm so happy to hear that, Bulgo. You got blood, you got friends, and what about the algorithm?
My friends and I performed a mystic nature ritual to clear my mind. Nature provides what I need, not hyper-intelligent monsters. The algorithm only wants boring things anyway. I close my glitch and only sell its accounts. I like my IRL friends better.
She's touching grass. Wow.
And how do you feel?
I feel happy. You were quite right. There are kind mortals. My friends have lots of mortal problems, but I have lots of money, so they don't need to worry about mortal things.
That is, I want to be her friend. I want to LARP with her and get paid.
That sounds like a pretty decent exchange, Bulgo. Sounds like you're in a pretty good place, huh?
Well, almost. I have one problem that plagues me.
Well, what is it?
Orcs. I hate them.
Orcs?
Orcs. They're all awful. They cut down trees for fun, they're always saying dirty words, and they like to kick halflings.
Overgeneralization?
Now, come on. I haven't met any orcs, but I know you haven't met all of them. You don't know their stories. Maybe they're that way because they were raised in troubled households and they don't know any better. Maybe some of them act that way because that's what you expect. Show a little compassion, the same as you'd show for yourself, and maybe them orcs will surprise you.
I can imagine a DM rolling with this for sure.
But the rulebook says all orcs are evil.
Well, rule books are dumb.
Since when do you follow a rule book, Bulgo?
Yes.
Perhaps you're right, little mouse. I have been a bit harsh on the orcs. I shall be kinder from now on.
Oh, lovely.
You do that. I gotta share some news with you, though. I'm heading back to America. I've got my own orcs to deal with. Of course, we can keep doing our sessions over video chat. The time zones are a little rough, but I can talk just before dawn.
Oh, that's all right, little mouse. I would rather not do a lot of computer things. And I'm feeling much better now.
That's good.
Are you sure? I'm happy to talk, and I don't want you to think you're all alone.
Little whisker face, don't worry about me. I have what I need now.
Aww.
Well, if you're sure, if you ever need me, just send me a V-mail, okay? That ain't no social network, more of a digital Pony Express.
Perhaps I can tell you about my adventures and how I will exact my bloody revenge on Durgan the Betrayer.
I'd love to hear all about your adventures, Bulgo. I guess this is goodbye then, huh?
Nay, 'tis not a goodbye, but a farewell, sir. And may the light of Malone shine upon your path. Walk with nature.
She found her people. Yay! Oh, that was beautiful.
I hesitate to say any client is ever cured of cognitive distortions, but perhaps Bulgo is.
She just doesn't want to be alone. She has friends now. She's Bulgo.
Yeah, I wonder. She's been pretty free of all this human society stuff for a while. Maybe she knows better than any of us.
Perhaps. The Dark Angel Raziel ensnared even her, however, so we should be aware of his influence. Well, that was your last client. I suppose you are now free to leave whenever you like.
I'm not alone anymore.
Oh, I ain't no rush, Andy. I'm still dealing with the cruise line to get some space for my coffin. I'll be here a little while yet.
Then I shall endeavor to enjoy your company a while longer. Come, Samuel. The nights grow long. Let us enjoy ourselves.
Hey, Crimson, you seen Andy? I wanted to have a chat with him before we leave.
He slept in tonight. We had a long night yesterday. Had to say our goodbyes, too. Poor guy acts like everything happens for a reason, and he's got to accept it. He was a little quiet. Why don't you check his office?
I'll do that. Thanks, Crimson. Andy?
It's dark in
you
here.
around?
Or, well...
Crimson said you were acting a little strange.
It's kind of light. It's not the dead of night and lit up by the fires.
Andy? Oh, dang it, where the heck is that guy?
Is he crying?
Oh, he left the window open. It's freezing in here. I'll go close it. Ain't like Andy to be like this. Where the hell's he hiding when it's almost morning anyway? Wait a minute. Oh, shit, there he is.
Andy?
I don't got time to pick my distortions. I'll just have to use the ones I know best.
Oh, no.
Andy, what the hell are you doing out here? The sun's coming up.
Andy, no!
I did not intend for you to find me, Samuel. I had said my goodbyes already.
No.
What are you talking about, Andy? There's no need to be thinking like this. Come on inside and we can talk.
Andy, this better just be a test.
Do not fear for me, dear Samuel. I do not leave out of despair. There is no distortion. This is simply a choice that I have decided to make.
No.
How can you say that?
Samuel, I have walked this earth for more than 3,000 years. I have watched civilizations rise and fall. I have witnessed horrors and wonders you could not comprehend. I have been hated, and I have been loved. And I have hated and loved. I am a creature of myth, Samuel. A fragment of another age. My time passed long ago.
Andy, you're labeling yourself.
Andy, these things are only true from your own perspective. You're doing some labeling and you know it. I know you ain't a mythological being. That's a cognitive distortion.
My friend, it is not. This is a world of computers, of technology. But I was here before the name Jesus Christ ever existed. I was here before civilization. It is not labeling to say that I am from another time, and indeed older than most myths. This distortion does not apply to me.
No.
Well, who cares about that, Andy?
It's gone.
I think it's great that you got all this experience. You got perspectives most of us couldn't dream of having.
Go join Manny's LARP group. What, didn't he say she's older than him? I forget.
But Samuel, my perspectives are alien. The humanity I was born into is not the humanity of the modern world.
Look at yourself, you're a modern man.
My value is like that of a history book, and the perspectives I have, while well-earned, are of their time. Do not look to me for answers.
It's an order, you're disqualifying the positive.
Andy, now you're disqualifying the positive. You compare yourself to a history book, but history books don't talk. They don't reason.
The sun's rising, Andy.
Of course, my friend. But I do not disqualify the positive, not in the slightest. I merely ask you, and indeed humanity, to look to itself for answers. This is not a cognitive distortion.
Stop. My distortions.
My dear Samuel, you give me such hope. That is why I must leave this earth to you, and those you will help cultivate and grow. I have had my place in this world for a very long time. I have done much good, and I have committed great evils. These things I accept. But it is time for me to stop having an influence on this world.
No!
When you told me that Heinrich Kramer still lived, it proved to me that I have had too much influence. The small choices I make change the fate of the world.
No, you can't control others and what they do, Nord. Can you change the whole world? Control fallacy, Andy.
Andy, that ain't something you can know. Heinrich Kramer is his own man. He's made his own awful decisions. It's a control fallacy to think you caused what he's done.
It is not a control fallacy, my dear Samuel. My point was that my decision to support Heinrich Kramer had a lingering effect on this world.
Stop it, Andy.
Like the wings of a butterfly, my actions have consequences for good and ill that cannot be predicted. But even butterflies die to support the natural order. This is not a control fallacy.
Stop saying that.
Samuel, do not mourn me. All things must pass. It is the way of nature, a way that you know well. It is this way that brought you to my door. We have talked much in our time about the value of change and growth. Death is change, my friend. Nothing good can come from my having an eternal existence.
That's Nosferatu thinking, Andy.
Now that's Nosferatu thinking if I ever heard it. Nothing good can come from your having an eternal existence?
Plenty of good happened already.
You're doing plenty of good all the time. Think of the people you've helped. Think about Crimson. Think about me.
I did not say that I could do no good, my dear Samuel. I have been honored to be a companion to you, to Crimson, and to so many others.
Don't you dare say this is not Nosferatu thinking.
It is the eternal that is incompatible with nature. My thoughts are clear. This is not Nosferatu thinking.
No, he said it.
I know you look for the best in everyone you meet, Samuel. You see potential where others do not. That is why you seek to rescue me. But I do not need to be rescued.
There is the best in you.
And that is why I am honored to leave the future in your hands.
No, what about your club?
I confess, I did not have hope for Edmund Keene. Rarely can such men be aided, but you persevered. I would not hope to help Heinrich Kramer either, but you dare to hope. I should leave and allow this hope to flourish.
You said the words should.
Andy, pardon my saying so, but that's a load of horse shit. Where's that should statement coming from, huh?
Get 20 distortions correct in a row. I must have done good earlier.
Just because you don't see the same potential I do doesn't mean you should leave. That's Distortion City, Population Andy.
Say another cowboy reference. Dance for him. Distract him. Anything.
There are certain shoulds, however, Samuel, that are inevitable for the world to keep turning. The sun should shine, whether we like it or not. We should drink blood, whether we like it or not. And all things should die, whether we like it or not. It is not a cognitive distortion to think so. Please, Samuel, do not make this difficult for me when it need not be.
You have to use your Yes! We have to use the cowboy power. We gotta use the horses.
Go. Face your blood, father. I believe you will succeed in turning Heinrich, and that will bring me peace in death.
But, Andy, I don't want you to go.
I know, my dear Samuel, but I must move on, just as you must.
No.
I have had my time here. Too much time. Too much blood has been spilled on my account. I have done much to atone for this, but for good or ill, my time must be over.
No.
I have a confession, Samuel. Perhaps it will make my decision clearer to you. I am Heinrich's bloodfather.
You are my blood daddy, vampire daddy, but not my in-law, my grandfather. Blood daddy, vampire. You thought that might be it? You're smarter than me.
What?
What?
I made him into a vampire. I gave him eternal life. In my hatred for humanity, I empowered him in his dark work. It is my choice that brought the Malleus Maleficarum into existence. My choice that fueled the deaths of so many. The beating of my wings 600 years ago killed your brother, destroyed your family, even caused the death of your princess.
Atrobacus, get your ass inside!
I am so sorry, Samuel, but I hope you can understand why I must go. The world does not need my continued influence.
I need you. What about my therapy sessions?
There is no cognitive distortion that clouds my thoughts. Only the clarity of seeing the long arc of history formed by my hand.
I don't know what to say, Andy.
Then say nothing, Samuel. Go back downstairs. Live your own life. I have accepted my influence on this world, but that influence is over now.
Maybe I can shield him with my body. Half my body.
Crimson is now a vampire. She needs me no longer. You are a greater therapist than I. I am at peace.
No.
If I may offer a last word of advice, my friend, remember your strength. Approach every client with the same mentality you always have, and it will serve you well.
Wait a minute. Approach every client the same way. I know what Andy needs.
What does Andy need? The horses?
Now, I wish to see the sunrise one last time. There is nothing more you can do for me, Samuel.
Let's go. The power of compassion. Let's go.
That's where you're wrong, Andy. I do have something to offer you, and that's compassion. I know you've done some awful things, and that must weigh mighty hard on you. I can imagine the pain you feel at seeing someone like Heinrich Kramer running around reminding you of the vampire you used to be.
I appreciate your empathy more than I can say, Samuel. You are right. It is painful. But my decision is about more than pain. I know my presence is unnatural. My world has died so many times over.
Compassion again.
I know it has, Andy. I watched my friends and family die out a few times. You've done it 100 times at least. If you didn't feel that, there'd definitely be something wrong with you. I'd say that pain is more natural than anything. But you don't have to feel that pain alone, Andy. You've made this world a better place so you don't have to.
Come with me to America. We've got 2 other people.
You are kind, dear Samuel. Too kind to an old relic like myself. But I do not wish to see the history I have created. It is darkness that builds upon itself, regardless of what I do.
Look at his face. That man needs some compassion.
Andy, I forgive you. A lot of them decisions you made were terrible ones. That Andy was a hateful asshole, but I feel sorry for him.
He needs hugs. Stat, I prescribe you hugs.
Nobody who feels content and peaceful does things like that. I'm sure he hated himself as much as you hate him now. I know what it's like to look in the mirror and see a murdering sack of shit. But you're a person, Andy. You got needs, joys, regrets, and sorrows. You're deserving of love. And I love you, man.
Oh, I love you, man. Oh!
Damn it, Samuel. Don't you know crying is dangerous to a vampire? It is fluid we cannot stand to lose.
Oh. Wait, you can't just say that. You were about to off yourself.
Well, let's go get you something to drink then. Come on, Andy. Let's get back to the darkness.
Thank you, Samuel. Thank you.
Oh. We did it. We saved him. Historical preservation. Achievement.
Whew, what a night. Poor Andy. I think he'll be okay, though.
Oh my god. We're back in our coffin. We did it, or at least the guest coffin. Look, the taped up drawing is here. Oh my goodness. How tense. Compassion, guys. Is it in the book? I wonder. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a distortion. I'm gonna look through it anyway, just real quick. No, okay. What about... I mean, I'm his client, so I don't think it's gonna be here. I just want to see if, like, compassion is listed anywhere. Let's go to the end of the journal, then. No, I didn't read any of this, but I'll probably read it off stream. Well, that's it. Crimson and I are all packed up to go back to the United States. We'll be heading out in a few days. I've done a bunch more travel while I wait for my trip, see more countries than I can count on my hands and feet, but I think I'm ready to head home now. I feel for Andy, though. Must be tough losing Crimson, and I suppose me to a lesser extent. He seemed to accept it pretty well, though. Guess it's what comes from being 3,000 years old. I wonder whether Bert will miss me. I think I'll miss him somehow. He may not have a lot to say, but he says it with conviction, and I respect that. One thing's for sure, though, I'm coming back here one way or another. Ooh, also ads incoming soon. I think, yeah, let's try to, I think they're, yeah, let's try to snooze them. We have 14-ish minutes. I feel like we can do it.
Being human means we're gonna keep making mistakes, but we'll have to accept them and forgive ourselves. I'll keep an eye on Andy before we leave, but he seems pretty eager to help me with Heinrich now. That ought to keep him going. He gave me this here coffin as a gift, and I'll definitely think of him whenever I'm resting in it.
Oh, nice.
Now then, I think I'll do a little reading from my favorite book. Something to inspire me for the challenges ahead. I learned this, at least by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with success unexpected in common hours. In proportion as he simplifies his life, the laws of the universe will appear less complex, and solitude will not be solitude, nor poverty poverty, nor weakness weakness. Yeah, you got it, Henry. I'll just keep walking and everything will turn out okay. Now, time to watch Mo yank Larry's hair out.
Oh, no, we can't do
There
that.
ain't nothing funnier than some good old slapstick violence.
No, no, no. Stop watching TV.
All right, I think I'm nice and relaxed now. Time for some good rest. The real journeys are still to come.
Amen.
Tonight's the night. Time to hit the dusty trail back home. You ain't gonna take any sunrise strolls, right, Chief?
I am fine now. It was a momentary lapse of self-awareness. I have much to regret, but much to live for as well.
Yes.
I believe that you can turn Heinrich Kramer, Samuel, and I wish to help you as much as I can.
You better, Sugar Blood. You know I can stay if you need me.
Aw.
No, no. I cannot hold you or Samuel back. We all must continue on our paths.
You can
On
visit.
my honor, I will continue as well, as I have for the last 3,000 years. You are already packed, and I would not see you delay.
I guess this is it then. Last time I'll see this bar for a while.
Immernacht shall not be the same without you, but it will be something new.
Oh, if you're looking for a new snack, there's this fellow who's been roaming around. Name of Kieran.
We have met. I should very much like to know him better. But do not worry for me, Samuel. A vampire is always comfortable with a little quiet. Regardless, I have my cats to snuggle.
You have cats?
Now then, let us go outside. I shall see you off.
Well, here we are. Guess this is it.
Samuel, my dear, this is not an ending, but a beginning. Do not think that I have nothing left to teach you.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
We will speak over the internet. I do not release you from therapy.
Reckon I got plenty of work to do still anyway.
We all do. Now, Crimson, come. Embrace me.
Yes, Daddy. I mean, sorry. I mean, Daddy. I mean, sorry. Never mind. I decide to leave.
Gosh.
I'm gonna miss you, Sugar Blood.
We will see each other again before long. And when we do, I will give your body pleasures that you cannot conceive of. First, I will lick your...
Nope. 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 Nope.
There's the American I know so well. Very well. I bid you both an exciting journey. Now get out of here. Tears are unpleasant to our kind.
Oh, hey, Bert. You wanted to say something.
I think he wants to see us off.
Go on, my friend. Speak your mind. Have fun, mate.
Oh, Bert. You always know what to say.
Who is Is that your laugh, Sam?
That's it then. In the past months, I've learned more about myself than I did in the last 2 centuries. I got reasons to hope that I can put my skills to use back home, and that I can help anyone who's ready to be helped. For the first time in my life, I got real friends who can't die, and together, we can be better vampires than we ever were alone. I was lost once. I didn't know what I was put on this earth to do. I didn't know why I died. I didn't know who I was. I may be a vampire, but I can reflect now. Now I know who I am.
The logo. We've done it. Completed the game. Aw, very good. Very nice. I had a lot of fun playing this game together with you guys. I had a good... Oh, let me just run that 3-minute... Oh, shoot! Fuck! Snooze! Oh my god, did I pause the ad or did I run the ad? I think the ads are rolling. I'm stupid. I was gonna snooze it. Yeah, there they are. Guess I'm just gonna dance until we come back from ads.
Why do we even have that lever?
There's a Vampire Therapist Part 2, parentheses, hopefully. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, I had a very good time with this game. I'm glad we got to do it on stream. I think it was fun. It's also a great game. Like, visual novels are kind of great. Voice acted ones, particularly, as a solo stream because I don't have to talk as much, but I love commenting in real time. I thought everybody was really great. All the characters were so fun. Oh yeah, we get to see a bunch of the credits here. Blah, 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 blah. Historical facts we also got to learn. That was good. yeah, just overall, I had a lot of fun with it. I did see something at the end here that I will talk about momentarily when we get to it. And I'm really glad you guys got to experience it with me. Excuse me. Special thanks. A bunch of these people. Wikimedia Foundation. Work of fiction. See, ooh, Sam and Kristen will return in Vampire Therapist 2. Hopefully, there might be a second game. I hope there is. I know there was a little bit of worry, I suppose, with getting enough hype around this, but hopefully I contributed in some way and that more people get to learn about this. I do recommend this to people. If you've only seen part of the playthroughs that I've done, I suggest going and playing it yourself, especially if you like these visual novels and if you like healing. Vampire Lawyer, yes, exactly. It's a psychology nerd. I also enjoyed the fallacies. Yes, I've learned a lot from this. So thank you creators of Vampire Therapist for putting your game out there. I'm glad I got to enjoy it and I hope others do as well. Well, that was a very long stream time for me, but we were so close to the end and I really wanted to finish it. Man, that stuff with Andy, like that kind of, it did not come out of nowhere. I do not want to say that, but like, wow, the tensions were still there. I thought we were just gonna wrap up and tell everybody we're going to America, but no, we needed to help out Andy as well. And I don't know. I'm a sucker for things where it's like you just show people love and compassion, and that's what they need at that moment. I'm big on that. So really loved that. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna talk about the rest of this week and the future, perhaps next week, I don't know. Tomorrow is our last stream of the week. We're gonna be doing more Final Fantasy, also trying to finish up another game right there. I think I'm gonna take a break from games. We're gonna think of more like solo and co-op games and just short stuff that we can do, maybe fill our Thursday slot. But I'm just gonna ruminate on that for now. Probably still have an art stream, and obviously we're gonna continue Final Fantasy until that's done. And I think Mordio also will just continue Elden Ring until he finishes that. We'll see, but we might have another reoccurring thing hopefully soon. Some people might know what I'm talking about, and I'm really excited to show you that. So, anyway. I got all the ones with Andy right. Well, that was easy. That was in order. I would hate to see what it would be if I got those wrong. Anyway, a good evening to you and rest in peace. Good night.